Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the celebration of the 1984 NCAA Hockey National Championship game between the Bowling Green State University Falcons and the Michigan Tech Huskies. I'm Ben Korak, joined by Nick Bowers in the booth today from the Falcon Media Sports Network, and we will be bringing to you what should be a more exciting game than it was last night if you tuned in last night to listen to that game. But Nick, how do you feel today?
I'm feeling a little bit skeptical after last night. However, eternally the optimist. I think Bowling Green's going to come out fired up, trying to revenge that loss from last night, and we're going to see a much better and much more coherent Bowling Green team tonight.
Well, if you didn't listen last night and you heard us allude to what we just did, Bowling Green lost 7-0 in 3 periods against Michigan Tech. The 7 is bad enough, Nick, but I think the 0 really speaks volumes for Bowling Green.
Yeah, well, Bowling Green definitely had a number of chances throughout the night, just some unlucky bounces, unlucky puck rolls, and just weren't able to get anything on the board all night and unable to get any momentum going.
Arvid Kadaroff with the first goal of the game last night and the only goal that needed to be had for Michigan Tech to win the game. But let's move on from last night and get that bad taste out of our mouth. Let's talk about setting the stakes for Bowling Green. Bowling Green is now tied for third in the CCHA with Minnesota State winning 7 out of their last 9 games. After their win last night, Michigan Tech is 2 points behind Bowling Green in the standings. They have 33 points. Bowling Green and Minnesota State have 35. So Michigan Tech knocking on the doorstep of getting that top 4 seed in a home playoff game in Houghton.
Well, even if you're Bowling Green, you just got to pull out at least 1 point tonight if you can. Try and pull it to overtime. Ideally win, but you just got to take what you can get sometimes and just try and keep that stranglehold lead ahead of Michigan Tech in the standings.
Bowling Green has had a little bit of struggle getting momentum going, especially in this last game, but they shouldn't have any problem with that tonight because the BG hockey program is welcoming back the players and coaches of the 1984 National Championship game and season. So we're going to see a lot of them during intermissions and things like that. Definitely be on the lookout to hockey Twitter and our own Twitter, BG_FMSN, for updates about the game and to see special updates about the players and everything as well. But let's get into some gameplay after all this excitement that we've talked about. So Michigan Tech is 10-9-2 now with the win against Bowling Green last night. They have 33 points in the CCHA. They're 4-3-2 in their last 9. They split with Minnesota State and Bemidji State. Bowling Green's going to try and force a split with them today, but they definitely have to play better than they did last night, Nick.
Yeah, most certainly. Can't be letting Michigan Tech get those one-timer shots right in front of the net. Got to control those rebounds better. Got to try and clear out that area down low in the slot, not let them get those rebounds, those dirty goals, and just try and keep Cole Moore, give him some help. He got pulled out last night after that second period in favor of Christian Stover. Hopefully that just gave him some time to reset and reacclimate, and he can come out headstrong tonight.
But something notable, Nick, is that in the post-game interview with Ty Eigner, Ty said that Cole Moore was not pulled because of his own performance, but more of the performance of the skaters in front of him. He had no real defense, like you said, getting the puck away from the net, and it's tough to block the puck when you have black jerseys just camped out in front of the net and trying to put it in around you.
And the fact of the matter is, if you played hockey, you know this, that being a goalie is just some kind of weird mind game. It's a lot like being a pitcher in baseball. You just have to be able to keep that confidence, or else you're just going to start gripping and you're going to start making mistakes because you're trying to be too cautious and you're trying to be too conservative. So if you're Cole Moore, you just hope you're in the right headspace. You can come out here tonight, forget about that loss last night, and do what you've been doing all year.
Michigan Tech players Rylan Mosley and Isaac Gordon, the fantastic freshmen, scored goals last night. Both of their 15th of the year, as well as the Arvid Kadaroff goal. We had a couple of other change goals in there. Honestly, with 7 goals, Nick, you kind of lose track. Their defense was outstanding last night from the Huskies. They shut the Falcons out with an amazing performance by Blake Pietila, who, as we know, is a very good goalie in this league. But the defense is going to be key for Michigan Tech again tonight.
Yeah, and if you're Bowling Green, you just have to find an answer for that. Last night, Michigan Tech's offensive answer for your defense was a lot of long-range shots and trying to crash in there for those rebounds. I think you can probably do a lot of the same if you're Bowling Green, and you have done a lot of the same over the course of the year. Quite frankly, last night, Michigan Tech just beat Bowling Green at their own game. They did a lot of those one-timers, a lot of those long-distance shots and crashing the net. And if you're Bowling Green, you just got to be out there, you got to be physical, and you got to be aggressive.
as head coach Ty Agner said in the post-game interview, there wasn't a whole lot that Bowling Green did better. There wasn't a whole lot, if anything, that Bowling Green did better than Michigan Tech last night. But let's talk a little bit about Bowling Green, because we've talked a lot about Michigan Tech. Bowling Green is 11, 9-1 now. They have 35 points in the CCHA. They've won 7 out of their last 9. They swept Ferris State, Lake Superior State, and a top team in the CCHA right now, St. Thomas. I believe they are in the 2nd spot in the CCHA. They are 2 3-point, as of right now, are 2 3-point games away from home ice in the playoffs. They are behind Bemidji State in first place with 39 points, behind St. Thomas in second with 36, and tied with Minnesota State for 35 points, and third place in the CCHA. So Nick, as it has been all year, an abnormally tight CCHA, but definitely one Bowling Green needs to come away with a win here.
Yeah, most certainly. We're going into that crunch time of the year. You got this series. This weekend, and you got series next weekend against Michigan Tech, and then you're into the playoffs. And if you're Bowling Green, you really want that home ice advantage. Just from a purely geographical standpoint, trying to play a road game for Bowling Green would be very difficult, to say the least, because the closest school is Ferris State. You need to be a 1 seed to get them, so we're not getting that. But if you're going to someplace like Michigan Tech, that's 10 hours in a bus, and that's just not something you want to do ideally. But if you're here, you can have that advantage. You can make them come to you and make them make that drive. And additionally, you'll have all the BGSU Falcon fans, even though the first series would be over spring break. However, that was the case with last year with Ferris, and we still had pretty good turnouts.
Well, Nick, it's hard to decide between focusing more on defense or focusing more on offense when you lose a game 7-0 on a Friday night and going into Saturday night. But if you had to choose one and some things that Bowling Green needs to look out for in this game and do well to be able to come away with 3 points in the CCHA, what do you think you would have told Ty Agner and the team?
Well, like I said, just keep clearing that puck out from in front of Cole Moore. Be physical down low in that slot, and don't be afraid to play your game. Last night, for a lot of the game, it appeared that the Falcons were playing pretty conservative and pretty scared almost. It's almost like Ty Agner told them don't be physical, because the referees are going to be watching out for it, because they know there's a little bit of a feud going on here over some matters that happened earlier in the season, but we're not going to get into that. But I think you just need to come back out. You just need to play the game you've been playing all year. Don't try and change it up. Just be the team that we were against St. Thomas, and if you're that team, then you're going to win this one handily.
Well, there was 2 things that were recurring things that we saw again last night. One of them is Bowling Green getting more penalty minutes than Michigan Tech. They had 14 penalty minutes. Michigan Tech had 10 of their own, and a lot of those resulted from plays that happened actually on the ice and not just roughing plays that happened after the whistle was blown. So Bowling Green definitely trying to stay out of the penalty box today. Michigan Tech does not get penalized very often, so you can't be playing a man down for a lot of the game and still expect to come away with the win.
Yeah, and to be fair to Bowling Green, a lot of those penalties were backloaded onto the later half of the second period and the third period of the game. So they didn't matter a huge amount, but it's definitely something you want to try and avoid, especially if you're down and you're trying to claw your way back into it.
The goalie situation is also something worth noting. Blake Pietola had an outstanding night last night. He had shutout with about 28 saves. He's played 29 games. He's 12, 11, and 6 across the entire season, allowing about 2.5 goals per game, 17 saves per game, a 914 save percentage. Like I said before, he was just outstanding last night. Cole Moore has played him almost to a T this entire season, but Blake Pietola seemed to come out on top.
Yeah, and the Pietola boys on this Michigan Tech team have just been good players all year, and just for a couple years, really. Blake Pietola, very solid goaltender, 134 games now played in his career, 70, 47, and 11 over his tenure at Michigan Tech. Just someone who's particularly tough to beat, and someone who's really trying to play hard this year, because it's a senior season. And he's just going to be someone that Bowling Green's just going to have to try and put as many shots on as possible.
I will say, though, Nick, looking at the schedule or the record of Michigan Tech before coming into the series, and obviously with a 7-0 win, Michigan Tech was 3-3-2, and a lot of that had to do with giving up goals. And Pietola had not been playing very great lately until we came into this game against Bowling Green. So we can definitely see Pietola kind of fall back into how he was playing before this series, just like we can see Bowling Green fall into how they were playing before this first game last night, and that stems, I think, from Cole Moore. He's played 25 games. He's 10-10-1, 2.6 goals allowed, 25.5 saves per game, and a .922 save percentage. Cole has been outstanding this year, and he's definitely a key for Bowling Green winning tonight.
Yeah, what I think that might see tonight here is that Michigan Tech might come out a little bit slower, just because they're riding that high from last night. It's kind of the big victory hangover, and they might come out trying to underestimate this Bowling Green team, and the Falcons really just have to capitalize on that and try and put as many shots on Pietola as possible.
So if you can't tell by how we've been talking so far in this pregame, is that Bowling Green needs to come out with the defense, and ironically enough, they scored no goals last night, but they do need to come out with as much defense as possible, because that's going to be the key to keeping the puck on their own stick and taking that into the O-zone for the Falcons and just simply scoring more goals than Michigan Tech. So we'll step aside here for a quick minute, and when we come back, we'll bring you starting lineups here on 88.1 at WBGU. Don't go anywhere.
Sweet strawberry icing. You're in Goodwill, and just past that vintage denim jacket you spot miniature donut earrings. You lean in. Ah, that's the scent of shopping success. Because at Goodwill, every item you buy funds local job training and more. So bring home those donut earrings and bring home so much good to your community. Goodwill. Bring good home. Brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Imagine being fired because of who you love. Imagine being denied medical treatment because of who you marry. Imagine being evicted because of who you are. Millions of Americans don't have to imagine this. They have to live it. Because in 31 states, it's legal to discriminate against LGBT people. Get the facts at beyondido.org. Brought to you by the Gill Foundation and the Ad Council.
To protect her home and family in a disaster, Karen was willing to wade through water, mud, and insurance paperwork.
Yeah, I can do this.
You go, Karen! By simply understanding and updating what her insurance covers and doesn't cover now, she'll be better prepared no matter when disaster strikes. Learn other simple ways to protect your home and family before a natural disaster at ready.gov. That's ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
I'm probably okay to have one more drink before I drive home. I'm probably okay. I open the window to stay alert. Probably okay. I just popped some gum in my mouth.
Step out of the car, please.
I probably made a mistake.
Probably okay isn't okay when it comes to drinking and driving. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
So I'm a cat, and I just moved in with this new human, and she's got this little toy she's always playing with, all day long. Tap, 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 bloop, bloop. She can't put it down. There it is. Oh, and get this. She even talks to it. Last week, she asked it for Chinese, and guess what? Egg rolls showed up. Like magic. Humans have cool toys.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
This is you over 30 years ago.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
And this is your mom now.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Roles change without us noticing. That's why AARP gives you the information to provide even better care for your loved one. Visit aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but Miss Araceli, she gave me direction.
At age 47, Marco finished his high school diploma.
50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Back to the Slater Family Ice Arena. I'm Ben Koyak, joined by Nick Bowers. We're going to have some special guests later on in this game. But Nick, before we get started, why don't you walk us through the starting lineups for Michigan Tech?
So tonight, the starting lineup for Michigan Tech up forward. On the left wing, number 29, Jack Works. Down center, number 20, the captain, Arvid Katarov. On right wing, number 12, Kash Rasmussen. Back on defense on the left, number 19, Nick Williams. And on the right, number 17, Chase Pietola. Back in goal, one of his relatives, Blake Pietola, number 31, the assistant captain.
And for your Bowling Green Falcons tonight on this wonderful Saturday night, down the left wing, number 15, Spencer Kirsten. Down center, number 10, Josh Nodler. Down right, number 21, Seth Fighton. The all-senior starting forwards tonight on senior night here and the 1984 National Championship celebratory night. Back on defense, number 27, Breck McKinley. Number 25, Tommy Pasanen. And number 34 in goal for the Falcons, Cole Moore, looking for a better performance tonight than he had last night. So, Nick, before we send it back for a break and then come back for puck drop on this wonderful Saturday night, why don't you just walk us through the expectations that we had for Bowling Green?
Well, for Bowling Green, number one priority, try and clear out the front of the net. Try and minimize that number of rebounds that Michigan Tech's going to be able to get on Cole Moore. That's how they scored the majority of their goals last night. That and the one-timers in front, which you can mitigate via the same method. Just clear out the front of the net. Try and get a body on them, lift the stick, do something just to make them uncomfortable down there. And additionally, just try and up that number of shots that you get on Pietola. Just make him work. Make him work hard, get quality shots, get down low, and just try and put something past him. Just getting one-timer shots like you have been doing all year.
So we will step aside one more time. 8 minutes left to go until puck drop on this Saturday night on 88.1 WBGU. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, I'm Tyler Kablitz, and you are listening to 88.1 FM WBGU Bowling Green, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
A ranger station.
I'd like to report a bear hug.
Okay.
I put out my campfire and Smokey Bear hugged me.
So you drowned the fire, you stirred it, drowned it again, and felt that it was cold?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's just letting you know you did good.
Bear hug from Smokey Bear. Status update.
I'm gonna let you go now. There are many ways to start a fire, but one sure way to put it out. Learn how you can do your part at SmokeyBear.com.
Sponsored by the U.S. Forest Service, Ad Council, and your state forester.
Long ago, you wouldn't think of galloping on a horse while doing calligraphy, and you wouldn't have attempted to ride your bike while typing a letter. Yet you think you can safely operate a multi-ton vehicle while texting? Behind the wheel is no place to multitask. If you want to BRB, drive now and text later. Lives depend on it.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, Noise, and the Ad Council.
The Western Scrub Jay. I was taking my science class on a virtual reality bird-watching expedition. All of a sudden, Charlie Kane shouts, "Arr! Arr!" He had spotted the elusive black swift, a bird rarely seen in the wild. For a brief moment, Charlie had not the eyes of a 9-year-old boy. He had the eyes of an eagle.
Teachers just have better work stories. Find out how creative teaching can be at teachdfw.org. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
I'm Surgeon General Jerome Adams. If you've recovered from COVID-19 confirmed by a positive test, you're in a special position to help us fight the virus. Your plasma has antibodies that may help others fight COVID. So please donate plasma now. You can literally help save lives. There are locations across the country that have safe ways for you to donate. Find a site to donate your plasma at coronavirus.gov.
Produced by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services at taxpayer expense.
Jill, why don't you tell the class what you did this weekend?
Well, my dad and I went in search of some magical minnows and found a zillion of them in the stream from our lookout rock. Then my sister and I escaped from an evil slug king and went back to my super twig fort for safety. Then we told stories till it got dark, and the Big Dipper led us all the way home.
Wow. Where were you, Jill?
We went to the forest. It's not that far away.
Ask your parents to take you and your friends to the forest this week. It's closer than you think. Check out discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
I'm a wife,
a sister,
and a grandfather.
I'm an office clerk.
I'm a research analyst,
dance fitness instructor,
actor.
I'm a copywriter.
I'm a veteran.
I have lupus,
cerebral palsy.
I'm blind.
And I'm working in a job I love.
I love. Because I was given a chance.
To contribute my skills and talents.
To show that my disability is only one part of who I am.
Who I am.
Who I am.
At work, it's what people can do that matters.
For more information, visit whatcanyoudocampaign.org.
Eating, working, living pain-free. These are a few of the things many of us take for granted. But for many adults with disabilities who are elderly or have serious medical issues, dental care is simply unaffordable. Dental Lifeline Network is looking for dentists who can change this. DLN is asking dentists and their teams to volunteer to just see one of the many patients in need. You can literally change a life. Visit willyouseeone.org to help change one life in your community today.
My name is Jim. I'm a veteran, and I lost both legs in Vietnam. My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
I'm Julius. I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission, helping veterans of all generations get the benefits they've earned.
I'm Cece. My victory was finishing my education.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
The journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. At Children International, we know that the journey to end poverty for good begins first with a child. It starts with their first checkup, lesson, opportunity, job. That journey takes commitment from people like you and me to end poverty for good. Learn more at children.org.
We depend on our drinking water supply daily, but where does that water come from? Your water provider encourages you to get to know your local water source so together we can protect and preserve it. The investments we make as a community to protect our water source now ensure we have a sustainable drinking water supply for the future. Visit drinktap.org to learn more. This message is brought to you by the American Water Works Association and your local water provider.
Every year, millions of Americans use opioids to manage pain, and reliance on opioids has led to the worst drug crisis in American history. That's why the CDC recommends safer alternatives like physical therapy to manage pain. Physical therapists treat pain through movement, hands-on care, and patient education. No warning labels required. When it comes to your health, you have a choice. Choose physical therapy. Visit moveforwardpt.com to find a physical therapist in your area.
Hi everybody, I'm Jack Hanna. Since I was a boy, I've been fascinated with animals, especially their tireless work ethic. Just look at birds who gather supplies to build nests, or penguins who travel up to 500 miles to secure food for their families. This work ethic is shared by our best friends, canines who perform life-saving work every day. Dogs comfort returning veterans. They work with diabetics, alerting them when there's a change in their blood chemistry. Working dogs are valuable in many ways. So please join me and American Humane in supporting our heroic working dogs. Go to AmericanHumane.org to learn more.
Crooked teeth may embarrass kids whose families can't afford braces, and trying to fix their teeth themselves can make things worse. Luckily, there's Donated Orthodontic Services, a program from the American Association of Orthodontists. For children and teens who qualify and are matched with a volunteer orthodontist, treatment can be life-changing and help them smile with confidence. Learn more at aaoinfo.org.
A few years ago, Steve Faircow's lungs were failing.
I don't think I had more than a couple weeks to live.
That's when Steve received a lung transplant made possible by an organ donor. Now Steve can do things he never imagined, like climbing 94 floors to the top of a skyscraper.
I never knew that breathing could feel this good. It's an incredible gift.
What could you make possible as an organ, eye, and tissue donor? Leave behind the gift of life. Go to organdonor.gov, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
Matt always knew he wanted to be a doctor. That's why he makes the most of every day. To study before breakfast, to work hard, to do whatever was necessary to achieve his goal. He found an answer in the military. If you have a passion, a vision for your future in any field, todaysmilitary.com can be your path to a fulfilling career. You have a calling, we have an answer. Find your way at todaysmilitary.com.
You have the right to know. The right to know about culture. The right to know about the economy.
the right to know about technology and to know about sports. You have the right to know about education and politics and the weather. You have the right to know what's happening abroad and in your backyard. But above all else, you have the right to know that this right is under attack, and we must work to protect it. Because in order to be free, we must be informed. Understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
People join Walk MS to raise awareness and funds that change the world for everyone affected by multiple sclerosis. Walk MS brings communities together, creating teams with friends, loved ones, and coworkers to rally around those we care about and end MS forever. Together, we can change the world for people with MS. Register today at walkms.org.
Since the moment you were born, I've made 1,000 wishes. Wishes for your future in a world that's changing fast. Do play and laugh. Do win and lose. Do it all with confidence, kindness, and strength. And always do your best to remember that no matter what you do in this life, what matters to me is that you keep doing. Inspire kids to do at 4h.org.
Dad, guess what?
What?
You are going to be a grandfather.
That's great. Not too long ago, moments like this with my daughter would have been a challenge. It was a long road for me to find myself again after Vietnam. It was my neighbor Jim, another Vietnam veteran, who finally convinced me that I could still connect with my family and find that fulfilling life I'd lost. And I went for help down at the VA. If I can take that first step after almost 50 years, I know other veterans can too. Visit maketheconnection.net to find out more.
When someone hears the words, "You have cancer," it's one of the darkest moments in their life. Light the Night brings light to the darkness of cancer by uniting survivors, patients, and supporters in the cause to end cancer. We form a community of hope, raising funds in support of the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. The discoveries made by LLS-supported research have led to breakthrough treatments for many cancers and other serious diseases. When we walk, cancer runs. Join the movement to end cancer today. Visit us at lightthenight.org.
Here we go, puck drop in the Slater Family Ice Arena on this historic night for the Bowling Green State University hockey program. I'm Ben Korak, joined by Nick Bowers, and we're going to have special guests Joe Bornstein and John Bowers in the booth later during the second period so they can call their portion of the game. Joe and John were the original broadcasters from 1984 and called the national championship game in Lake Placid, so we brought them back. They're going to have the call in the second period and maybe even the third period to see how they feel. And also, if you want to listen to the rebroadcast of the 1984 national championship call from Joe and John, tune into 88.1 WBGU on Sunday at 9 p.m. and you can listen to the entire thing. I will say it's an amazing call, Nick.
Yeah, and last night they were telling us that it's going to be uploaded onto the internet as well for viewing at any time.
So definitely stay on the lookout for that. Go to bgfalconmedia.com or bg_FMSN on Twitter for all hockey and sports-related news. But here we go. Nick, why don't you lead us through the Michigan Tech starting lineup one more time?
Just before we start again, at the forwards for Michigan Tech, Works, Tataroff, and Rasmussen. Back on defense, Williams and Patella. Back in goal, also Patella.
Bowling Green wins the faceoff. Fighton, Person, and Nodler, the forwards for Bowling Green. McKinley and Passanen, the defenseman, with Cole Moore in the net once again for the Falcons, who had a little bit of a rough night last night. We're looking to turn around today. Michigan Tech with the puck behind their own goalie and Blake Pietila. Just taking it easy, trying to go down the far side of the ice. Now they'll do it. Past their own blue line into the neutral zone, into the Bowling Green zone. Gets it behind Moore. Moore looking around his left shoulder. He'll get it to Nodler. Nodler back to Passanen behind Moore. And he'll take his own second there. Scardina on the far side of the ice. Bowling Green going left to right on your radio dial. Michigan Tech right to left. Scardina all the way around throughout the entire arena. Parker down into the corner, gets it to Waters. Waters around back up to the far point. The shot to the left of the goal, off the glass, trying to get it to Parker. Parker tries to keep it in, he'll do it. To Waters. Waters, the shot tipped up into the air, off of the stick, he'll hit the netting, and we'll get a whistle.
Yeah, a pretty good momentum for Bowling Green so far here in this first minute and 15 seconds. Spent a lot of time down in the Michigan Tech zone. Got a couple of opportunities. Couldn't get a whole lot of shots going on net, but definitely an improvement from last night.
But you know what, Nick, this is what we saw last night in the first and second periods. Bowling Green coming out really hot, looking like they carried that momentum over and just not being able to keep that going. But we'll see how they do here. BGU wins the faceoff as they've done so well all year. 53% faceoff winning for the entire team. Not able to keep it in their zone. The Goose Sternberg behind his own goal, looking up for a pass. He'll get it to Grant. Grant, good pass to Shankula. Shankula, nice across the ice to Foe. Foe, the shot, wide left. Good chance for Foe, and the rebound shot is gloved by Pietla, and he'll drop it to the right of himself.
And just a note for here in the Slater Family Ice Arena tonight, up on the big screen tonight, got a retro scoreboard up there, looking like the other scoreboard on the opposite side lit up with those lights right above the PG student section.
Not only a retro scoreboard, but Bowling Green also wearing their cream uniforms with the brown shorts and helmets. I love these uniforms personally, Nick. I like the retro vibe. It goes with the vibe of the game today. Bowling Green with the face-off, trying to possess it. McKinley will dump it behind the goal. Emerson with a hit, trying to get the puck away. Michigan Tech will come away with it now. Good check into the boards. The Husky hit the ice, but the puck gets away to another black jersey. Off the tall boards into Moore. Moore knocks it away. Fighting now. One of the seniors being honored tonight on senior night here in the Slater Family Ice Arena. McKinley down the far side of the ice. Gives it up for Emerson on the near side of the ice. Emerson leaves it for Duran. Duran not able to hold on. Bevilacqua now in his own end. Up to Duran. Duran across and into the O-zone. Kirsten, another one of the seniors, going for the puck now. A key player for Bowling Green. Ozar fighting, doing what he does, trying to get the puck away from the black jerseys. But Tech will be able to get it away. Tech now into the neutral zone. Bowling Green playing better defense than they did last night. Good stick work there to get it away from the doorstep in front of Cole Moore. Tech at the point, down to the far corner. Looking for a pass in, but Bowling Green with good press, not allowing them to get deep into the net like they did so well last night. Katarov chasing the puck. He had the first goal and the game-winning goal last night in 7-0 win for Michigan Tech. Now Bowling Green mugs Katarov. Ozar leaves it back for his defenseman. Up the ice, good pass to Scardina. Scardina not able to hold on. He's checked. Mosley, the shot. And caught in the chest by Moore, who gets it away from the black jerseys. Now Waters. Waters down the near side of the ice. It's a 1-on-2, but he's shifty. Can't get the pass to himself from between the legs of the Husky defender.
Good clear out of the slot by the Falcons on that last rebound attempt. Sternberg, I think, got a stick on that one.
Waters did his job, taking it into the O-zone for the Falcons, allowing the line change and making Michigan Tech take some time to get the puck back. Now Waters again. He didn't go for a line change. The shot across, the rebound, no chance there for Scardina. Scardina with a bump, and a bump by Sternberg as well. Sternberg, one of the players we're definitely looking to see stay out of the box tonight. But everybody staying out of the box is a good night. We'll get nice and called.
Yeah, definitely a good clean hit by Sternberg there. Just kind of comes up to him, maybe gets a little bit lower, can get a little bit of a hit check in there, but then that'd be a tripping possibility.
One of the things we like to see from Bowling Green is the physicality, as long as it is as under control as possible. Scardino wins the faceoff. Nodler off the high wall. It'll go into the neutral zone. Pressure from Bowling Green. And Tech dices it up, but the pass is bad. They get it over across to the middle. Good save there by Moore. To Jaden Grant. Jaden Grant, one of the faceoff winners for the Falcons. He'll get it to Shankula. Shankula bodied, not able to hold on. Now he'll get it again. Trying to get it toward Pietla. Bowling Green with more shots on goal. They were beat by more than double in that department last night. Trying to turn that around. It looks like they're going to do it early in this game. Shankula with the bad pass. McKinley trying to come up with it. Now Foe down the center of the ice, drifts to the far side. The shot is deflected by Pietla. to behind the goal. Tyrone Bronte with the puck now for Michigan Tech. All the way up the ice through the neutral zone. Trying to split defenders, but good stick work there by Pasanen. One of the players being honored tonight as a senior. Good pass there, Michigan Tech with a chance. The shot across, bad pass. Good break there from Bowling Green. They were out of position defensively. Pass across to Bronte. Bronte, the shot is deflected, and a good glove by Colmore, and a great defensive stance for Bowling Green.
Gotta say, questionable pass decision by the Huskies there. Get that one all alone in front of Colmore. Have all the time in the world, try and make something happen, maybe flick it over his shoulder, but just tries to make that extra pass and can't get it anywhere near anyone.
We're going to face off to the near side of the ice in the Bowling Green end. That's a play last night, Nick, that we saw go in the net. So Bowling Green already starting much better than they did last night. BG in their own end, still fighting for the puck. He gets bodied across the boards. Ben Duran causing havoc. Good stop by Moore to kick it away from the black jerseys, but it'll come back to it anyway. Bronte to Nick Williams. Nick Williams down to the far side of the ice. Back to the point. The shot is deflected by Bowling Green. Now Ben Duran will get it out of the zone across the blue line. No icing. And a good play there. They'll go for a line change. BG comes up with the puck. Nodler over the middle. Chips it up the ice for Ozar. Ozar in his own end looking for a pass from behind the goal. Calling for it are multiple Falcons, but he'll take it all the way back up to the point. Looking to weasel his way around. BG the shot, the rebound. They'll just possess it, no shot. Williams with the puck again for the Huskies. He'll give it up to Chase Pietla. Chase Pietla had a goal last night from a non-high scoring defensive team, and a big hit there by Dalton Norris. But we're going to get a penalty, it looks like.
It looks like that might actually be icing. It appears there is no penalty. I thought for a second that might be a penalty, but then I realized that's a linesman. A linesman can't call penalties.
Huge hit by Dalton Norris to get the puck away, and it looked like it will be an icing call. They just showed the replay, guys. That was a bone cruncher.
Yeah, I got a little bit too ahead of myself and didn't realize that wasn't one of the referees.
It's a good thing the referees are doing that job.
Speaking of referees, tonight, Stephen Machinik and Andy Thackerberry, linesman Kyle Bushy and Logan Hollow.
Always giving credit to the CCHA CCHA referees who do such a good job in officiating. Bowling Green loses the face-off. Pietla stops the puck. It's chipped away by Emerson, but no white jersey there. Pietla back around. One of the four Pietlas on Michigan Tech. Three brothers and a cousin. Jack Works now getting bullied by Sternberg. Sternberg getting into another white jersey, forcing the puck away. Scardina with good stick work. He'll chip it up into the air, stopped by McKinley. McKinley, very small defenseman, trying to get it around. Puck in front of Colmore. Colmore gloves it, hacking against Colmore. And it looks like we have some pushing and shoving at the end of that play as a Michigan Tech player started slapping his stick against Moore. And Gustav Sternberg took a little bit of exception to that.
Yeah, and it looks like Michigan Tech is claiming that the whistle was blown too early on that one. The puck was still loose. However, you still can't expect to be whacking at a goalie like that without consequence. It appears that was number 12 who was getting the business, Cash Rasmussen.
A little bit of chippiness that we've seen toward the end of the season for Bowling Green. Packed house here in the Madhouse on Mercer. Waiting for a Bowling Green goal. It truly will be a madhouse. You might not even hear us on the broadcast. Jaden Grant through and into the O-zone. He's got a 1-on-3. The shot is deflected. It'll get to a white jersey. Trying to get it to Pasanen. Pasanen waiting at the point, but he'll never get it. The black jersey's coming up with it. Pasanen giving chase again. Where's it hitting to the boards, but gets the puck away. Shankula step ahead. He'll get the puck up the ice for Foe. Foe gains the position. Trying to get the puck away. Congregation in the boards in the north end of the Slater Family Ice Arena. Black jersey still trying to come up with it, but the white will. Back up to the point, keeping it inside the blue line. Emerson with the puck. Great young player for this Bowling Green team. Slap shot from Bevilacqua. No rebound. Good save by Pietla. The defensive Pietla now with the puck. He'll lose it. Bevilacqua back around the shot. The rebound, no chance. Seth fighting now with another shot. Tries to get it in the slap shot. Oh my gosh, there was a chance. Good chance there. Another hit gets the puck away. Bowling Green with a lot of chances early in this game.
Bowling Green really putting on the pressure right now in the offensive zone. Something we really didn't see a whole lot last night after the first couple minutes of each period. But Bowling Green coming out strong tonight.
Eric Parker with the pass. Having trouble holding onto it, but he'll get it back to Parker. Parker across to the far side of the ice in the D end. Now up the ice. Good pass by Norris, but Jaden Grant was not able to hold on. He had good position. The Goose with the puck now, bad pass. We got a one-on-one. And Cole Moore for Michigan Tech. Tyrone Bronte, the shot is deflected. Another shot, stopped by Moore. Back to the black jerseys. Now Evan Orr. Evan Orr with the pass, another deflection. Bowling Green out of defensive position. Where's a big hit on the boards? He holds onto the stick is Ozar. Michigan Tech now back into the O-zone. Even if for Evan Orr. Evan Orr to the Goose. The Goose in the corner of the boards. He'll come up with it, trying to deke away from a stick that was lost. Chipped up the ice, a little bit of a pop fly. Brody Waters and to look for the puck. Both of them hit the ice, but the puck got away to Michigan Tech. Good stick work by Breck McKinley, poked it away. Shot from Works is deflected, not even getting close to the goal. McKinley again, around and behind Moore, into the neutral zone. Nick Williams to Works. Works to the far side. The slap shot deflected easily by Moore, right to the white jersey. Something we didn't see a whole lot of good yesterday was Cole Moore's ability to deflect pucks away. He's been doing fantastic at it so far tonight. 8 saves for Moore, no goals allowed. 0-0 the score. Under 10 minutes left to play. Next whistle will surely be immediate timeout. Bartle up the ice, the extra skater for Michigan Tech. The far side is Nordstrom looking for a pass. Pietla will take it back into his own zone. Chipped up the ice. Michigan Tech fighting for it. Bowling Green with numbers. Shankula pushing, getting the puck away. Good stick work by Bowling Green. Shankula still pushing. Now we'll get it to Parker. Parker through the zone, back to Shankula, intercepted by Nordstrom. Nordstrom down through the middle. The shot deflected up into the high wall by Bowling Green off of a forward stick. Foe up the ice, glove, drop. Pass up the ice is deflected. Good pass there, but Bowling Green with good stick work and get it away. No shot on goal. Clint Emerson giving pressure. Michigan Tech in their own end. Time of possession pretty much split. Unfortunately, NCAA hockey does not keep the time of possession statistic.
Very high energy game so far, back and forth, back and forth.
Something we like to see a lot better than last night where it was 3-0 coming out of the first period. Shot deflected up into the glass. McKinley and Parker on the ice a lot. Defenseman shifting has been very fast in this game. Slap shot from Michigan Tech right to Fighton after it was knocked down by Emerson. Emerson loses the puck to Michigan Tech. Michigan Tech into their O-zone, but going for a line change instead. Bronte with the goal last night, one of 7 players to do so. I'm sorry, 6 players to do so. 7 goals in the game. McKinley, the slap shot from middle ice. Trying to get a jersey, but only a black one. Now they can't hold it on. McKinley again. Loses it to Michigan Tech. Between the legs pass, chipped up by a Bowling Green defenseman. That was McKinley again. McKinley with great defensive work so far. Michigan Tech holding the puck in their own end through the neutral zone. Bowling Green defense looking impenetrable so far this game, which is what we saw in the 6-game win streak.
Got to give some credit to Bowling Green's defense so far. A couple odd man rushes. They've done a great job of pushing the Michigan Tech attackers outside, forcing low angle shots from the Huskies.
Good pass there to Waters. Waters trying to get it all the way up the ice. Williams will stop it in his tracks. Kaderoff back, and Michigan Tech will play it safe into their own zone, but a hit there trying to get the puck free. It won't result in the puck for BG, but it will result as a hit. Works, weaseling his way through and into the zone. Rasmussen trying to center the puck. Santawana will take it away. Back into the neutral zone. Jed Pietola loses it to the Goose. Gustav Sternberg up to Foe. Foe can't hold on. He's pushed into his own bench. We'll get an icing call and a face-off in Bowling Green's end.
That's probably the first stoppage of play we've had in 7-8 minutes. Maybe
yeah,
even more.
A lot of tight hockey to be played. Should be heading to a media timeout, but it looks like the referees
looks like we're going to keep it moving.
Are not going to. And in all honesty, I like that better, Nick.
Like I was saying, Bowling Green's defense doing such a great job so far, pushing everybody to the outside, forcing those low-angle shots, helping Cole Moore a lot more than they did last night.
Face-off one, quick shot. Puck goes right into the net.
Media timeout.
And here we have a media timeout. So we'll step aside here just for a quick minute. 5 minutes and 59 seconds left to play in the first period. 0-0 to score on 88.1 WBGU.
Sweet strawberry icing. You're in Goodwill, and just past that vintage denim jacket you spot miniature donut earrings. You lean in. Ah, that's the scent of shopping success. Because at Goodwill, every item you buy funds local job training and more. So bring home those donut earrings and bring home so much good to your community. Goodwill. Bring good home. Brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Standing up for what's right. Helping out when things go wrong. Seeking the truth and speaking our minds. Not just making records, but breaking them. Leading the way behind the camera, beyond the runway, and on the silver screen. Not just making our mark, but making a difference. Now that's a job for a Girl Scout. Girl Scouts, preparing girls for a lifetime of leadership.
Most of us like to be out in the sun. That's why sunscreen and other safety measures are key to protecting your skin from aging and cancer. The FDA recommends using a sunscreen with an SPF of 15 or higher. Also, look for broad spectrum on the label. That means both harmful ultraviolet A and B rays are blocked. Remember, SPF plus broad spectrum equal healthy fun in the sun. Visit www.fda.gov/sunscreen for more information. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Family Ice Arena. I'm Ben Korak, joined by Nick Bowers in the booth today for the celebration of the 1984 NCAA Hockey National Championship team and season here in the Madhouse on Mercer. Bowling Green set to face off to the left of Cole Moore. Starting the second period, we will have Joe Bornstein and John Bowers, the broadcasters from the 1984 season, in the booth, and they will call the second period and maybe even some of the third as well. Puck around to the far side of the boards. Bowling Green, Michigan Tech locked up. Bowling Green will come away with it. Sternberg down the near side of the ice. Good pass up to Fighton. Fighton Emerson. Emerson leaving it up the ice. Fighton giving chase. Presses into the ice, but Pietola forces it away. Now Ben Duran. Bowling Green inside their own defensive end. Passing in with the puck. Pass up the ice. Can't handle it. Fighting with a chance there. A hit with when he had the puck right in front of the goal. Couldn't even get a shot off. Good hit there by Michigan Tech defenseman. Still fighting for the puck. Puck spending a lot of time in the neutral zone or not even held on to by either team. And that's where we find ourselves now. Evan Orr giving chase back into his own end behind Pietola in the goal. Pietola with 9 saves. Cole Moore with 7 of his own. Good sign for Bowling Green, putting more shots on goal. Shot deflected by Moore. Ozar chips it back up the ice toward Pietola to let it go across the goal line. Will not be an icing. Bring all the way around behind the net. Up the ice to Nodler. Nodler can't hold on. Rasmussen comes up with it. Rasmussen down the middle of the ice. Forcing it away are the Falcons. He'll leave it in. Bevilacqua pushing it away with the stick. Breffo, good chance there from Michigan Tech and can't capitalize on it. Didn't find a stick quick enough. Out of the zone. St. Tawana just gets the puck away. It's good defense.
Michigan Tech making the classic mistake there when you're trying to crash the net, just going in a little bit too fast, a little bit too hard, and you get too close and you just don't have the reaction time to make that second chance opportunity.
Falcons done a good job before last game of forcing low angle shots and long shots from the teams that they played. Now Scardina down the middle of the ice. Do not have numbers, but they have room. Waters back across to the middle. The centering pass won't find anybody. Tech down the middle, 3-on-3. Good stick work by the Goose. Waters is hit. Puck away. Grant off the bench. Trying to get it into the O-zone. It looks like they're calling for extra men on the ice, perhaps. The bench got up on their feet trying to make a call. They saw something we didn't, evidently.
Yeah, Tech was asking for too many men on the ice for Bowling Green. The referees say, no way, 2 minutes for that.
So now Bowling Green behind the goal. Michigan Tech will come up with it. Leaves it back for another black jersey. Foe puts a hit on. Passanen trying to keep it in the zone. To Kataroff. Kataroff back around to Pietola. Pietola. A good move to get it back to Kataroff. Kataroff on the far side of the ice. 2 black, 2 white. Michigan Tech comes up with it. Stick work by Breck McKinley. Breck McKinley poked this puck away and then completed his check. Seen a lot of that good from Bowling Green. 2.5 minutes left to play in the first period. 0-0, still the score. It's a good thing to see after the 7-0 loss last night in favor of Michigan Tech.
It's like Bowers and Bornstein are going to have a much better game tonight.
Hopefully we'll get a goal call for the original broadcasters from the 1984 season on the same radio station that you are listening to the game right now. Bevilacqua with the slap shot, trying to get the puck out of their own D zone. Fighting, not able to hold on. The shot back to the corner to Pietola, and it is blocked by Bevilacqua.
Bevilacqua making the block without a stick there. Sacrificing the body.
Benderan leaves it for himself up the ice, but he's mugged and a big hit into the boards. As Mosley is bent over the boards trying to get the puck away, is fighting, and a good hit there. Completed the check, got the puck. And we will get a delayed penalty here. Bowling Green with a chance. The shot from Norris is deflected. And it will be held on to by Michigan Tech, and now we'll get a delayed penalty. And it will come to the box.
So Bowling Green will be heading on their first power play of the night. 1:30 to play here in the first period. So they'll get the 1:30 here and the 30 seconds heading into the second.
Most of BG fans here stood up after that penalty. We'll see who's going to be headed to the box and for what. Somebody hit the ice. So we'll see. It looks like it's going to be Rylan Mosley, maybe for a retaliation call. He did wear a hit on this side of the ice.
We'll wait for that forthcoming here. Oh, we got a 2 and a 10. We got 2 calls out there.
2 in the sin box. And Bowling Green with their best chance of the weekend with a minute and a half left. So they'll have a minute and 30 seconds.
So it looks like Mosley's going to be out for 10 minutes, and he got the 2-minute serving on the other man in there. We can't quite see who that is.
11 shots on goal for Michigan Tech, 7 for Bowling Green. Bowling Green looks like they've developed a little bit more offensive chance, and they'll definitely have more offensive chance here.
Correction, will not be a 2 and a 10, but rather 2 minor penalties.
2 minor penalties, 1 on hooking, 1 on elbowing.
So looks like we're going to be getting some 5-on-3 here. A full 2-minute 5-on-3. That's pretty rare.
Minute and a half left to go in the period. Bowling Green with a 2-man advantage for a minute and a half of this period and 30 seconds to start the second period. Parker into the deep corner, now back at the point. Over to the middle, Norris at the top. Back to Parker, far side point. Parker looking for a pass. He'll get it back down to the inside. Now Norris on the near side of the ice. Still looking to try and center the puck. Gets it to the wing on the far wheel to Parker. To Norris. Norris with the chance here into the corner. All the way across. The slap shot is fanned on. Michigan Tech trying to ice it. 53 seconds left to play in the first period. Missed it. Michigan Tech had a good chance there to ice it. Send it into the second period. Brett Foe. All the way across to the far wheel. Now Parker at the top. 40 seconds left to go. Slap shot from Norris. Deflected by Pietola. Norris back at the top, 30 seconds left. Trying to ice it is Michigan Tech, laid all the way out. Now Parker switching sides with Norris. And iced by Michigan Tech with 15 seconds left to go in the period.
But the Falcons hurry, time enough for one more rush.
Gustav Sternberg down the middle of the ice. All the way down the right side. He'll take it all the way around, trying to center the pass. Shot from Bevilacqua, wide left. Tips it over into the middle. And the horn blows. And we will head into the first intermission 0-0. And no advantage for either team.
Bowling Green did a great job of keeping that PK unit for the Michigan Tech Huskies on the ice for a full almost a minute. But they just barely managed to get that one out on a diving stop and get the puck away from the Falcons and send it. When you have a 5-on-3 like that, the longer you can keep that same PK unit out on the ice, the greater your chances are of getting a goal.
Falcons will come into the second period with 30 seconds of the power play remaining, so they will have 5-on-3 for 30 seconds to start the second period, but we will step aside here for a quick minute, and when we bring you back in the second period, we will have Joe Borenstein and John Bowers on the call, the original broadcasters from the 1984 National Championship season on 88.1 WBGU, your home of Falcon hockey for over 40 years.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Tom has been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. I was really starting to worry.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Jelly. Jelly adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org, brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt US Kids, and the Ad Council.
All the talks we've had over the years, including what you've told me about not using alcohol and other drugs, they stick with me. And believe it or not, they really do make a difference, especially at times that matter most.
Hey, want a drink?
No thanks, I'm good. So thank you, Dad, for talking and preparing me for what's ahead.
Thank you for talking.
For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
If you suffer from COPD symptoms like shortness of breath and fatigue, where do you turn? There are medications and oxygen, but do you know about pulmonary rehab? 3 out of 5 COPD patients have never heard of it. Pulmonary rehab is an exercise, education, and support program that gives you tools to manage your condition, and Medicare typically pays for it. So whether it's grocery shopping on your own or just walking across the room, pulmonary rehab can help you. Visit livebetter.org to find out about your options for pulmonary rehab today.
Hi, it's Olivia Munn with my shelter pets, Frankie and Chance. Say hi, guys. When I adopted them, I discovered that they both have incredible personalities. Chance's sole purpose in life is to love and to be loved. Frankie is a little bit of a scoundrel and always entertaining. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the Humane Society of the United States, and Maddie's Fund.
Breasts can save it. Go to knowyourgirls.org for the facts you need on breast health. Brought to you by Susan G. Coleman and the Ad Council.
Melissa from Michigan. I work an extra part-time job serving lunch at my child's school, but I still can't afford to put food on our table.
Daniel from California. Choosing whether to pay the rent or pay to fix the car to get to work doesn't leave us with much at all. Now we can't even pay for meals.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Did you know that people born from 1945 to 1965 have the highest rates of hepatitis C, but most don't know they're infected? People can live for decades without symptoms, but over time, hepatitis C can cause serious health problems, including liver damage and even liver cancer. If you were born from 1945 to 1965, the CDC recommends that you get a blood test for hepatitis C. So talk to your doctor about getting tested. It could save your life. A message from the...
All over America, people are taking the National Radon Test. Have you? Answer true or false. Radon is a radioactive gas. True.
I didn't know that, no.
True or false? The Office of the Surgeon General recommends that all homes be tested for radon. True, your home should be tested. True or false? Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer. True.
I'm going to dial the number and call.
1-800-SOS-RADON.
Keep your family safe from radon. Call now.
1-800-SOS-RADON.
Women Heart is in a race to save lives. Heart disease is the #1 killer of women. It's 80% preventable if you know the facts. Millions of women are living with or at risk of heart disease. Get educated. See your doctor. Know the facts. To win this race, we all have to do it together. Our hearts beat as one. To learn more, visit womenheart.org.
The average time a resume spends on an HR manager's desk is 7 seconds, and most of them are tossed aside. Now imagine if one of those resumes belonged to Yasmin, who was
living in a shelter, juggling 3 jobs. I had to be resilient. That's something that you can't teach.
We rely so much on a resume, yet it could never tell the full story of someone who
had to be independent and take initiative. And that's how I handle every project I get.
Discover new ways to develop great talent at gradsoflife.org. Brought to you by Grads of Life and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to The Dog Show. Up next, we have Satchmo. Satchmo is a member of the Shelter Pet Group.
That's right, a group known especially for their couch-snuggling, ball-chasing, face-licking, and, of course, companionship. Now, let's see him in action.
Look how he makes eye contact with his person.
That's actually known as the treat stare.
How intuitive, and now he appears to be excitedly turning in circles.
Ah, the happy dance so common with this group.
But really, the best way to know an amazing shelter pet like Satchmo is to meet one.
Visit theshelterpetproject.org today. Adopt.
Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Well, welcome back to the Slater Family Ice Arena. I'm Ben Koryak, joined by Nick Bowers in the booth right now, bringing you the first intermission report. 0-0 the score. Bowling Green has started a lot better than they did yesterday. They've started with a lot of energy, with a lot of defense, Nick, and I think that's going to be the key to them winning this game.
Yeah, and I think you're right there. I think Bowling Green has come out a lot stronger. I think they've come out pissed off, and I think that they are really going to bring it to Michigan Tech tonight, just in terms of physicality and just offensive play and just attacking.
Yeah. Well, and something that can't be overlooked is, as we said in the pregame and as we said last night, that they need to do a better job with keeping the puck away from in front of Cole Moore, and they've done a very good job of that. Cole himself has been able to get his stick out in front and his pads and just be able to get the pucks away. And their defensemen have as well. Breck McKinley especially has done a good job getting his stick in there with good stick work and getting the puck away as much as possible.
Yeah, and definitely the shots on goal are in favor of Michigan Tech right now, 11-8. But the Bowling Green has had a lot more quality shots on goal. Like we were saying, Michigan Tech has been driven outside the circles and try and get those low-angle shots. Just not high quality. You're not going to score very much from almost a 90-degree angle on the goal line.
We've seen definitely some defense turn into offense in this game, which is good to see for Bowling Green. They've done during their 6 their 6-game win streak, as well as they've turned a lot of their defense and their stick work into offense. But what do you see from Bowling Green defensemen that kind of separates tonight from last night? Something that we haven't discussed already.
Well, I think they're putting the body on a lot more. I think they're clearing them out from in front of the net and down low, and making sure that those rebounds don't get on Cole more. I think that they are playing a lot more physical, and I think that they're winning those races that they need to be winning. I think that the hustle level tonight is just night and day from yesterday.
Agreed. They've done a good job previously, especially here in the Slater Family Ice Arena, at keeping momentum. And with the crowd that we have tonight in the arena, it's going to be tough not to keep momentum. But other than momentum, for the Falcons, they had a good defensive first period, not so much offensive. They generated a couple of good chances. But what are you looking for Bowling Green to do going into the second period that'll set them in front of Michigan Tech and gain 3 points?
I think just keep hammering them. Just don't let up, even for a second. If you let up, this Michigan Tech team is going to capitalize on it. You got to keep bringing it to them. You got to get those shots on, and you got to just be able to keep clearing out that net and keep playing physical. That's what you need to do. You need to keep hammering them, make them feel the pain, quite literally, as we might say.
Just looking forward, the first 30 seconds of the second period are going to be the largest 30 seconds that Bowling Green is going to have in this period, because they are going to have a 5-on-3. They weren't able to put it in the net in the first minute and a half, but they're going to come out with 30 seconds to Michigan Tech Huskies in the sin box still, and then we're going to come out into the rest of the second period. Hopefully we'll see a strong Bowling Green performance. But we will take another quick break here for a second, and when we come back, the 1984 NCAA National Championship original broadcasters Joe Bornstein and John Bowers will be on the call on 88.1 WBGU.
We are live outside the home of Joe and Rosie Goddard, where a pretty big tickle fight broke out just minutes ago. Sources say their father instigated the laughter. Let's go inside for a comment. Apparently, they have no comment. Dads, let this be a reminder that it only takes a moment to make a moment. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
In the wake of a disaster, what one thing can you send that will help people the most? A blanket, a tent, a sandbag, a doctor. Actually, if you send a monetary donation, you send all these things. Even a small donation can make a big impact and can quickly become exactly what people affected by disaster need most.
In the wake of a hurricane, your monetary donation can make a huge difference to those in need. To donate, visit supporthurricanerelief.org. That's supporthurricanerelief.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, Rachel Ray here. Nothing brings a bigger smile to my face than cooking up a big meal for the whole family and lots of friends. But there's not enough room at my table for the 17 million kids in our country who struggle with hunger. That's why the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks collects surplus food to give hope to hungry kids. But they can't do it without your help. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
A message from Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Sweet strawberry icing. You're in Goodwill, and just past that vintage denim jacket you spot miniature donut earrings. You lean in. Ah, that's the scent of shopping success. Because at Goodwill, every item you buy funds local job training and more. So bring home those donut earrings and bring home so much good to your community. Goodwill. Bring good home. Brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Imagine being fired because of who you love. Imagine being denied medical treatment because of who you marry. Imagine being evicted because of who you are. Millions of Americans don't have to imagine this. They have to live it. Because in 31 states, it's legal to discriminate against LGBT people. Get the facts at beyondido.org. Brought to you by the Gill Foundation and the Ad Council.
To protect her home and family in a disaster, Karen was willing to wade through water, mud, and insurance paperwork.
Yeah, I can do this.
You go, Karen! By simply understanding and updating what her insurance covers and doesn't cover now, she'll be better prepared no matter when disaster strikes. Learn other simple ways to protect your home and family before a natural disaster at ready.gov. That's ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
I'm probably okay to have one more drink before I drive home. I'm probably okay. I open the window to stay alert. Probably okay. I just popped some gum in my mouth.
Step out of the car, please.
I probably made a mistake.
Probably okay isn't okay when it comes to drinking and driving. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
So I'm a cat, and I just moved in with this new human. And she's got this little toy she's always playing with, all day long. Tap, 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 bloop, bloop. She can't put it down. There it is. Oh, and get this. She even talks to it. Last week, she asked it for Chinese, and guess what? Egg rolls showed up. Like magic. Humans have cool toys.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Welcome back to the Slater Family Ice Arena. I'm Ben Korak in the booth now with Joe Bornstein and John Bowers, the original broadcasters from the 1984 National Championship season. So guys, we've had a lot more interesting a game in the first period of this game than we did last night. So what did you guys see from just watching the game that we might not have calling it?
I saw better forechecking on our part, playing the body better, attacking more, and playing better defense, basically, which was the key last night. We're allowing too many shots.
Yep.
And we're going to start this period with a 30-second power play.
Yes, we are.
So it'd be nice to get a goal in here. It would have been really nice to have gotten one at the end of the first period. Nothing's more demoralizing to get that goal scored on you within a minute.
Yep. It was in a 5-on-3 at that, too, because the elbowing penalty and the roughing penalty on the Tech players. And now Bowling going to be going from right to left. The goal just to our left here, attacking that one, and the Falcons win the face-off back all the way to Nicole Moore in the net. Falcons start out. We had Nodler. We have a lot of seniors starting tonight. They'll start here as Kirsten coming into the zone on the right wing, centering feed on the 5-on-3. Falcons working around the perimeter. Bevilacqua shot in wide of the net. Karams around the boards out to the point.
5 seconds.
5 seconds. They got to hurry because it'll be the 5-on-3 will end quickly and go right back to even strength. Shot by Goosey.
Full strength.
And another shot in the net for the Falcons, and they're trying to keep them pinned down to our left. On the far boards by Section A. They're tying it up there, a bunch of legs, trying to keep it frozen against the, and the Falcons dig it out. Buck goes in behind the net. Falcons on it quickly, hard hitting. And out come the Huskies.
Offsides.
They're going to wave that off. They waved it off. Jumping on the puck there was Mosley, who had a terrific game last night for the Huskies. Now the Falcons trying to get out of their end. Michigan Tech controls it, though. Cross ice pass, whiffing on the shot. And the Falcons come up with it, trying to clear it out of the zone. They do. They got a 2-on-2 break down the right side. Into the slot, wrist shot, high and wide. Falcons on the rebound. In behind the net. Now comes back out to the point. They'll keep it in. In behind the net. With it centering feet in front. 2 shots at it. Not there. Stick's getting a little high on the whistle. Nice feet in front. They were looking for fighting. And his shot denied by Pietala in the Tech net.
With a nice presentation between the first and second periods, honoring the 1984 team. If you're not familiar, there's a book that was written about that season called Cavallini from Kane. It's on sale here at the New Love Pro Shop. It tells you all about the 1984 season, and one of the writers is the third goaltender on that team, Eddie Powers.
Who we got to see at the ceremony this afternoon. Got to talk with Eddie for a little bit. Back come the Huskies. Off the tip of the glove of Moore. Into the corner it goes. Falcons looking to clear. But Huskies going to keep it in at the point. They'll send it around the boards to the near side. They're content, and they lose control. Back out it comes all the way down to our left, and they'll try to regroup. Back comes Michigan Tech across the line. Bowling Green picks it right off, and back come the Falcons. Down the right wing. It's Santa Juana and company. Met his parents this afternoon as well. In from British Columbia.
That's a drive.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they didn't drive. All right, the puck is then cleared back towards the Falcon net. This might be icing, and it is. When we have 17-11 to go in the second period, still no score. Bowling Green and Michigan Tech.
They had a nice reception today at 2 o'clock. They introduced the team. We had an opportunity to walk around and talk to some of the players.
Danny Kane was a hoot.
No.
He's still a character.
He seems to be.
Always was, and he's getting better with age. So, again, the Tech shoots it down the ice. Going to be called for icing once again. Only 10 seconds came off the clock there. We had a chance to talk to Gino Cavallini and Coach York, Coach Powers. Just a great opportunity for some of the people involved. We saw Jonesy, the training staff. I mean, just everybody was there.
Yeah, Jonesy looks great. He's got to be 80 plus.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was fairly old when I was here.
Yeah. And now we're all old.
Yeah.
We're in our 60s, folks. On the face-off, puck comes to the near side boards. Tech trying to clear it out. They do get it into the bench. It goes, though. Right to the Falcon bench. We've got a whistle up. We're going to get the referees involved here, kind of break up some rough stuff, and they did it quickly. 16:47 on the clock, second period. Still Michigan Tech nothing, Bowling Green nothing. Teams will change up on the face-off. It'll be coming to the right of the Michigan Tech netminder. Pietola on the face-off. Controlled by the Huskies, and they'll get it out of the zone. Shot back out to the blue line, the Bowling Green blue line, and the Blue Liners knock it right back. Here we go. Here's this neutral ice play we saw a lot of last night. Didn't see much of it in the first period. Tech now gets it out of their own end. Back we go to center ice. Huskies looking to get it in onside. They do. Quick flip shot in on Moore. He'll glove it. And we'll get a face-off to his left, to our right. The shots last night were lopsided heavily. It was like 54 to 20-something, I think it was. And tonight, Tech has only a 13-10 advantage. So much better defense played by Bowling Green tonight. Falcons win the draw. They'll get it out of the zone. And it goes right back in, though. Here's Fighton. One of the players playing his last home game, I believe, tonight in the regular season. Hopefully there'll be some home ice come playoff time for the Falcons and the CCHAs. Out to center ice, coming in. Oh, losing his edge. Funneling. That was Emerson, and kind of tripped on the blue line there. But the Falcons get it right back in their own end, and they'll try it one more time. Emerson was trying to pull up and take a shot, and just feet went out from under him. We get a whistle. And the faceoff's going to go all the way back down to the Bowling Green defensive end.
We want to thank Juniper Brewing, who has signed a deal to underwrite the ladies basketball team here. And keep in mind, you always have the opportunity to join us.
We're going to take a quick legal ID here on 88.1 WBGU.
Hey, I'm Tyler Kablitz, and you are listening to 88.1 FM WBGU Bowling Green, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
Back at the Slater Family Ice Arena, Joe Borenstein along with John Bowers and Ben Korak on the call tonight, honoring the 84 championship team throughout the day today. A full house here at the Ice Arena. Falcons come out with it. Crossblake checked off the play, though, and the Huskies retrieve. Coming across the lane, Pietola dumped one of the four Pietolas on the Huskies. Three brothers and a cousin. As John joked last night, you can say Pietro, and it's probably correct, including their goaltender. Falcons get in the attacking zone. Quick wrist shot blocked by the defense and trickles in on net, and they'll get the face-off in the Michigan Tech end.
Ben, how's this crowd compare to some of the other ones this season?
In the stands, there's only been a couple games where it has been this packed, but if you look over next to the boxes for season ticket holders as well, there's people even standing, just don't want to sit amongst the crowds, and I'm really just waiting for a BG goal here just to hear the place erupt.
Falcons win the draw, out to the point it comes and dump back in behind the net. Battle behind the net. The one-on-one battles seem to be a little more even tonight too. 70 feet in front, defense knocked it right back to the corner. Here's Nodler trying to poke it away, doesn't get it. And out come the Huskies. They're just going to try to dump it down the ice a little bit. Now into the attacking zone. Oh, somebody tried to toe drag, and it was like Bevilacqua didn't fall for it. Huskies still control though. From the point, Pietro with a shot in. It ricochets off the backboards, and Moore is going to cover it along the side of the net. We have 13:54 on the clock. Still no score in the second period here. And both teams will change up for the faceoff.
You know, Joe, we were talking last night about Lake Placid and thanking Mark Killian and Gary Pala and
Jim Woodward.
We forgot all about Dave Pietrus.
Dave Pietrus. Well, I mentioned him once last night, but
I missed that.
Yeah.
But
yep.
Dave ran the board for us.
And I mean, it was a real team effort. They talk about the team effort. On the faceoff, quick slap shot in, and Moore just snags it out of midair. And we'll do it another faceoff, the same circle to his left. But yeah, Dave was one of those guys you could count on pretty much any time. You needed a guard up, you needed to cover a beat, he did it. Again on the faceoff, Tech wins it, quick wrist shot in, hit a defensive man's stick and went up over the net, along the glass, back it comes out in front. Quick
nice
one-timer
save.
And a save by Moore again.
Cleared the zone.
That rip.
Looks like, what are they trying to call you?
Yep.
Looks like it hit something and they're going to let it go for a face-off.
Yep. So more of a defensive battle tonight on both sides. They look more like we thought they would be, more evenly matched than last night's game, where Tech just dominated. Now the Falcons will try and bust it out of the zone. Here's Santawana. Brandon pulls up. Has a man tangle his feet. Comes away with the puck still again. Nice move by Santawana. Waters in the corner. Fighting for the loose puck. Falcons take it away. Santawana, quick shot. And it hit a skate and went all the way to the other side of the ice. Waters looks to feed in front. And he had Sardina all alone. And Sardina got bumped and no interference call. He was knocked to the ice and the puck was not near him. They still play on. They've been letting them play today. The puck goes back the other way towards the Falcon end. Icing is going to be called on the Huskies. And we'll bring the faceoff all the way down to our left here, near the Michigan Tech goal.
Ben, where's the team play next weekend?
They go up to Northern Michigan to play the Wildcats in a two-game series. Their last two-game series of the year. The Wildcats are home. Bowling Green is away. As of tonight, Bowling Green needs 2 more wins to secure a home playoff game come March 8th.
On the faceoff. Fighting for the puck down low. That's Foe. Gets it back to the point. It's Parker. Throws it in behind the net. Coming away with it. And the Huskies got it back out of the zone, back to the old Bowling Green line, and they'll regroup, reset the offensive attack. Puck goes in behind the net, but the Huskies are right on it. Jed Petola going to come away with it. Stick handles the way out of his own end and gives it off to his line mates. Dumps it in, trying to gain the zone, and the Falcons will be first on the puck, though. Can they get it out? They did. Knocked right back in. It'll be delayed offside, so the Falcons will be able to control on their own until the Huskies clear the zone. Back come the Falcons. flying down the right wing. Centering pass, stick to side by Pietola. Got a whistle.
Got away with one there almost.
And they're going to call an offsides here, I think.
Looked like it was just dancing a little bit on that blue line. Just got a little bit too far.
Face off right in front of the BG bench.
We had a visitor up to the booth right before the game. Before we started here, Jeff Weiss, the SID at Wayne State. I saw his dad and mom today, Larry and Fran Weiss, at that reception today at 2 o'clock.
Larry was big with the alumni.
Alumni director for a long time here at Bowling Green, and Guardian season ticket holder too. So, good man.
Got to get a plug in for your Guardians.
Absolutely.
No question about it. John's 34 years with the Cleveland Ball Club. Feet in it. Pietola kick to the side. Comes right back out top. McKinney lets one go. Hit a leg. Stop right in the slider. They battle for the puck, and it'll come out of the zone. Falcons would happy just to knock it right back in. Wrist shot from the right side. Hit a stick and goes up into the netting and out of play for another faceoff. I forgot to ask Jeff about a kid who played at Wayne State that I called his number in Benton Harbor, Michigan. Joik Bell, who Lions fans remember played for them. And a great kid out of Benton Harbor. I've been meaning to ask him about him, but we had 10 seconds to talk to him, so.
The basketball coach there for a long time has been David Greer, who played here at Bowling Green.
Oh, I remember.
He was a point guard from Camp McKinley.
Yep. Terrific player. On the faceoff, Falcons quick shot on net. Cleared. Now it's kind of a one-on-two fight for the loose puck. Good defensive effort to kick it away in front of it. Still out in front. Moore wants to cover it up. And they're going to finally get the whistle.
Ben, let's talk about that replay that's coming up Sunday night.
Yeah, so at 9 p.m. on Sunday night, tomorrow night, tune into the rebroadcast of the 1984 National Championship broadcast from Joe Bornstein and John Bowers, who are in the booth with me now. So it's kind of cool to hear you guys on the broadcast then and hear you guys on the broadcast now. And we put in a lot of work to get that broadcasted from John's tape.
Old cassette tapes.
That his cat's knocked over in the basement. So it's a story for another time. But
another legendary story in Falcon history.
There you go.
On the faceoff to the left of Moore in the Falcon net. Huskies trying to work it around behind the net, trying to get back out to the point. Still a lot of battling going on for that loose puck. The one-on-one battles have been very interesting tonight. Fairly even between the two clubs. And the Falcons dump it out long, and they're Huskies have to go after it. It'll be just short of the icing. Falcons come away with the puck, though. Bodies crashing into the boards. We've got Ozar in there. Now he breaks off, and Huskies look like they're going to finally win the battle and get it out of the zone. Nope, the Falcons kept it in for a second. Now back the Huskies come. Here they go. We're going to have a tripping call here on Falcons right away as coming up the ice. No question about that one. And right at the media timeout.
Unfortunate break there for the Falcons. If you guys don't mind, I would skip right by this media timeout and talk a little bit about the 1984 season as Josh Nodler heads into the box. So you guys made the trip up to Lake Placid. That's how we have the call that we rebroadcasted on the air some Thursday at 9, and we are going to tomorrow night as well at 9 p.m. So tune in to 88.1 to listen to that. But what was the reaction? You guys were both Falcon fans before you were broadcasters for the team. So what was your guys' reaction in Lake Placid when they won the game? Were you even worried about broadcasting, or was it more
well, if
elation?
You listen to the tape, we are just screaming our heads off.
Yep.
Just unbelievable feeling, especially when you think what that team had gone through the year before. We should have been in the playoffs. We had got the raw deal. And then when you look at those games that weekend, 3 of the 4 went into overtime. And, you know, we beat our Michigan State Spartans that had beaten us in the CCHAs. And
that was the only game that didn't go into overtime.
Yeah.
Yep.
2-1 for the Falcons there.
Yeah. And you guys, or I know Joe stressed in my interview with him that I used for my articles that nearly the most important game of the playoffs that year was the Boston University series, where they won out the Mike Pickle goal.
I talked to Mike today, and we talked a little about it. And, this Mike Pickle is a solid defensive, a blue liner.
Yeah.
Not known for scoring.
Yep.
And the total goal series, they lose the first game. They win the second one by the same number, so they go right to overtime. And Pick blasts one in, top shelf, and
they were down 3 goals going into that second night. They got beat 6-3, and then they won 6-3.
So Josh Nodler's in the box for 2 minutes.
So penalty kill time for the Falcons. A tripping call on Nodler. The face-off into the corner. The Falcons quickly win the face-off and yank it down the ice.
Stat you guys may not have is Bowling Green is an 83% has an 83% penalty kill percentage in the CCHA. That's number 2 in the conference, behind only Lake Superior State. So they're really good at these moments of the game. And they're good at shorthanded goals too. Yes, they are. Tech will work it around the perimeter. They're just going to try and set this up. They use that diamond formation with Pietila at the top. Quick shot in, and that defenseman got a piece of it, knocks it away, but still in the zone. Once again, Pietila's going to come out top by the blue line. Wrist shot in on, and Moore sticks it up into the corner to his far right. Falcons got it, and they're going to flip it down the ice here.
Minute 8 left in the power play.
8:57 to go in the second period. Still no score. Bowling Green and Michigan Tech looking for that first goal of the game. Tech on the power play. He'll change it up, bring it in. Falcons, though, come away again. A little bit of break chance for a shorty there, but Tech defense there to... Oh, here comes a great forecheck in there by... is that Fighton? Tech brings it across the line, down and behind the goal. Out top, wrist shot, steered aside. Back out to the point. Mosley, centering feed in the slot. The Falcons have had it for a second. Tech got it back. Pietila still out there, and he just fired one, missed it wide. This puck, did it come out of the zone? No, it was saved. Tech retains possession of the zone with just a few seconds left in the power play. Wrist shot in front, loose puck, saved by Moore, and the Falcons have killed it off.
Nice
we have a whistle. Big penalty kill there in a scoreless game. 7:46 on the clock.
Michigan Tech's getting a few more shots in now. They're at 20 to Bowling Green's 11, but still, in comparison to last night, it's BG's doing a much better job tonight.
Face-off just outside the BG zone. Puck squirts back all the way to the Tech defense, and they're going to retreat near their own net. Back the other way. Another near tripping call. Look at the Falcons. Look more like the Tech player lost his edge. And back comes Bowling Green. And again, now Tech seems to be controlling since that power play.
At a 3-on-3.
3-on-3. No, pickpocket play by the defense by Bowling Green. And a whistle. And they're waving off something. The puck must have gone out of play on a deflection. But the faceoff's going to go back into the BG end to the right of Moore. Faceoff. Tech thought they had it. Oh, another steal for Bowling Green. Santajuana's out there with his line mates, and Waters sending pass. Shot right on, and a big save by Pietila. Big chance there. Nothing happening. One of the best scoring chances we've had tonight for the Falcons.
Nice forechecking.
They've been putting more forecheck in tonight. They've been really aggressive on that. Under Jerry York, they used the left wing lock forecheck effectively. Still trying to pick up the system here. Back of the Falcons down the right wing, a long lead. Intended. That was Adam Shankula. Didn't get to it. Back comes Tech. Backhand move. In on net. Moore stops him point blank. Tech still controls, but they lost the puck out of the zone. They're going to have to regroup. Now the Huskies just flip it in behind Moore. Falcons first on it. Back the other way. Player we were impressed with was one of the seniors, Scardina, last night. Playing another good game tonight. Again, Falcons regroup in their own end. And long feet ahead. They have it in the attacking zone. Skating behind the net. Centering feed taken away by the Huskies. Fighting company trying to keep it in, but Tech comes away with it again. Our vantage point here is near the Tech fans, as you can hear. But
they actually had some people drive down for the day's game.
Yep. Long drive from Houghton. And the Keweenaw Peninsula. So back to the breakaway. There's a breaking chance. Shoot! Just wide. Like that was Kirsten, one of the players honored tonight.
Looked like he didn't wait long enough to shoot that shot. He shot it from about the middle of the wheel. Could have waited a little bit longer, got a little bit of a better angle on it. There's the replay on the screen right now. Maybe shot just a little bit too far away. Had to kind of thread the need a little bit more.
It is encouraging, Bowling Green's getting a little better opportunities. I would say the best opportunities they've had in 2 nights.
Tech controls on the draw right in front of the net. Moore steady to the task. And the Falcons cleared out. They're going to try and dump it in. Maybe get some changes on the defensive end. Centering feed in front, no one there. Huskies still control. That's Parker. Parker sends it in behind the Falcon net. Comes out top. Bevilacqua. Team with Parker this time on the defense. And then Huskies send it all the way down, and Moore wisely covers it as he had black jerseys crashing down on him. Or was this going to be called an icing? This was an icing they whistled.
It's like,
and they're saying that you can. Yep,
looks like it will be icing.
It's icing, and the referee is signaling that. Nope, you cannot make any more changes, Huskies. You got to stay on the ice on the icing against you, which is a rule I like they've added. Prevents all those icings unnecessary.
Just to change a line.
Yep. You're tired? I'll just send the puck down the ice. Nope, can't do it now. When we were in college, you could.
Oh, yeah.
And it was done all the time. Slowed the game down, too. 73 for the point. Went wide of the Husky net. Back comes Tech. In behind the Falcon net now, and Bowling Green's going to try and clear it out up along the near side boards. And they'll get it out of the zone. Here we go. Falcons to center ice. And just dumping it in, trying to gain the zone on the forecheck. But Michigan Tech is first on it. Now battling in there, fighting. He is up against several Husky players, almost outnumbered, but they're keeping it pinned in there with Waters.
Puck's loose.
Puck comes loose, and out comes the Huskies on the attack, but Bowling Green's playing the body, takes it right back. Crashing hard on the boards down the right side for Bowling Green. That was
nice opportunity for a wraparound, but Scardina lost the puck.
Yep. On the near side here. Fighting for it. Boy, just as Bowling Green's about to gain possession, it gets poked away. And out come the Huskies. Sitting right on Moore. He gloves it down, leaves it for his defense. Weaving through traffic. Quick shot. In on net. steered aside. Play goes on. 2:11 to go in the second.
Both teams change lines here on the fly, and we got a Skype.
Centering feet in front, and went right through the slot. Falcons cleared out.
3-on-2.
Back down the way, fighting. Centering feed, just missed his man breaking for the net.
That was at Lake Placid. We had a lot of breakaways late in that game.
Oh, yeah.
Because everybody was beat.
Centering feed in front, fighting was in the slot. Poked away from him. And the Falcons will have to regroup at center ice.
Got a stick down.
1:27 to go in the period. Still no score. Falcons trying to get the first goal of the game right here. Out in front. Oh!
Emerson had a good
yeah,
shot.
Right on the tip of his stick, and he couldn't hang on to it. Bodies crashing into the near side boards. Again, this is just, they're battling tonight. A lot more aggressive. Goosey with the puck, sends it to the right side.
Got less than a minute in this
Centering
period.
feed in front. Ozar was there waiting, but again, a Husky in front. Puck sent all the way down, and we have icing called on the Huskies.
We want to thank Falcon Media Sports Network for letting us go on the air this week. Ben, we really appreciate everything you guys have done to make us feel back at home.
Well, you guys are back at home based on everything that I've been able to see. You guys sound like you haven't missed a beat, and hearing all your input about the 1984 and everything like that has just been amazing.
Back comes Michigan Tech. Across the line. Centering feet in front with just seconds to go in the period. We're down to the final 30.
Oh, it looks like
Tech now controls in the attacking zone.
get the puck out of there.
Shot. Rebound. Battling for it along the crease, and somebody covered up, and bodies are banging. We got a whistle as tempers seem to start to peak a little bit here. And
Referees have done a nice job tonight. We got a little choppy last night, even before the score got out of control. And they've done a nice job of staying on top of things tonight.
Fantastic save by Moore. They just showed it on the replay. They got that leg just right in there against the pipe. That was inches from a 1-0 game.
Lane prone, no less.
Yep.
We got 16.5 on the clock, second period, still no score.
We got to get you guys a goal call. And a goal that's not from the black and gold.
That's right. We want orange and brown goals, folks.
Yes, we do.
We're not homers. Come on.
No.
On the face-off, squirts on center, they'll just dump it right back in, take the delayed offsides, and as the Falcons will probably be content just to hold it back in their zone. No, they're going to come out for one last rush up the ice with 4 seconds. Don't know if they'll have enough time. And the horn's going to sound here as the puck goes in behind the Michigan Tech net. And we got little fisticuffs going on behind the net. The official's right on it. The linesmen jump in to make sure everybody's going to go to their locker rooms without any penalties. And there's some jawing going on. And Falcons taking umbrage with some of the things, the last second, chops or something. But no penalties here. And after 2 periods of play, we're still scoreless. Shots on goal 24-14 in favor of the Huskies.
So we'll step aside just for a quick second here, bring you a second intermission report on 88.1 WBGU. Don't go anywhere.
This is you over 30 years ago.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
And this is your mom now.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Roles change without us noticing. That's why AARP gives you the information to provide even better care for your loved one. Visit aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but Miss Araceli, she gave me direction.
At age 47, Marco finished his high school diploma.
50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
A ranger station.
I'd like to report a bear hug.
Okay.
I put out my campfire and Smokey Bear hugged me.
So you drowned the fire, you stirred it, drowned it again, and felt that it was cold?
Uh-huh.
Yep, he's just letting you know you did good.
Bear hug from Smokey Bear. Status update.
I'm gonna let you go now. There are many ways to start a fire, but one sure way to put it out. Learn how you can do your part at SmokeyBear.com.
Sponsored by the U.S. Forest Service, Ad Council, and your state forester.
Long ago, you wouldn't think of galloping on a horse while doing calligraphy, and you wouldn't have attempted to ride your bike while typing a letter. Yet you think you can safely operate a multi-ton vehicle while texting? Behind the wheel is no place to multitask. If you want to BRB, drive now and text later. Lives depend on it.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, Noise, and the Ad Council.
The Western Scrub Jay. I was taking my science class on a virtual reality bird-watching expedition. All of a sudden, Charlie Kane shouts, "Arr! Arr!" He had spotted the elusive black swift, a bird rarely seen in the wild. For a brief moment, Charlie had not the eyes of a 9-year-old boy. He had the eyes of an eagle.
Teachers just have better work stories. Find out how creative teaching can be at teachdfw.org. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
I'm Surgeon General Jerome Adams. If you've recovered from COVID-19 confirmed by a positive test, you're in a special position to help us fight the virus. Your plasma has antibodies that may help others fight COVID. So please donate plasma now. You can literally help save lives. There are locations across the country that have safe ways for you to donate. Find a site to donate your plasma at coronavirus.gov.
Produced by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services at taxpayer expense.
Jill, why don't you tell the class what you did this weekend?
Well, my dad and I went in search of some magical minnows and found a zillion of them in the stream from our lookout rock. Then my sister and I escaped from an evil slug king and went back to my super twig fort for safety. Then we told stories till it got dark, and the Big Dipper led us all the way home.
Wow. Where were you, Jill?
We went to the forest. It's not that far away.
Ask your parents to take you and your friends to the forest this week. It's closer than you think. Check out discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
I'm a wife,
a sister,
and a grandfather.
I'm an office clerk.
I'm a research analyst,
dance fitness instructor,
actor.
I'm a copywriter.
I'm a veteran.
I have lupus,
cerebral palsy.
I'm blind.
And I'm working in a job I love.
I love.
Because I was given a chance
to contribute my skills and talents.
To show that my disability is only one part of who I am.
Who I am.
Who I am.
At work, it's what people can do that matters.
For more information, visit whatcanyoudocampaign.org.
Eating, working, living pain-free. These are a few of the things many of us take for granted. But for many adults with disabilities who are elderly or have serious medical issues, dental care is simply unaffordable. Dental Lifeline Network is looking for dentists who can change this. DLN is asking dentists and their teams to volunteer to just see one of the many patients in need. You can literally change a life. Visit willyouseeone.org to help change one life in your community today.
My name is Jim. I'm a veteran, and I lost both legs in Vietnam. My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
I'm Julius. I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission, helping veterans of all generations get the benefits they've earned.
I'm Cece. My victory was finishing my education.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
The journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. At Children International, we know that the journey to end poverty for good begins first with a child. It starts with their first checkup, lesson, opportunity, job. That journey takes commitment from people like you and me to end poverty for good. Learn more at children.org.
We depend on our drinking water supply daily, but where does that water come from? Your water provider encourages you to get to know your local water source so together we can protect and preserve it. The investments we make as a community to protect our water source now ensure we have a sustainable drinking water supply for the future. Visit drinktap.org to learn more. This message is brought to you by the American Water Works Association and your local water provider.
Every year, millions of Americans use opioids to manage pain, and reliance on opioids has led to the worst drug crisis in American history. That's why the CDC recommends safer alternatives like physical therapy to manage pain. Physical therapists treat pain through movement, hands-on care, and patient education. No warning labels required. When it comes to your health, you have a choice. Choose physical therapy. Visit moveforwardpt.com to find a physical therapist in your area.
Hi everybody, I'm Jack Hanna. Since I was a boy, I've been fascinated with animals, especially their tireless work ethic. Just look at birds who gather supplies to build nests, or penguins who travel up to 500 miles to secure food for their families. This work ethic is shared by our best friends, canines who perform life-saving work every day. Dogs comfort returning veterans. They work with diabetics, alerting them when there's a change in their blood chemistry. Working dogs are valuable in many ways. So please join me and American Humane in supporting our heroic working dogs. Go to AmericanHumane.org to learn more.
Crooked teeth may embarrass kids whose families can't afford braces, and trying to fix their teeth themselves can make things worse. Luckily, there's Donated Orthodontic Services, a program from the American Association of Orthodontists. For children and teens who qualify and are matched with a volunteer orthodontist, treatment can be life-changing and help them smile with confidence. Learn more at aaoinfo.org.
A few years ago, Steve Faircow's lungs were failing.
I don't think I had more than a couple weeks to live.
That's when Steve received a lung transplant made possible by an organ donor. Now Steve can do things he never imagined, like climbing 94 floors to the top of a skyscraper.
I never knew that breathing could feel this good. It's an incredible gift.
What could you make possible as an organ, eye, and tissue donor? Leave behind the gift of life. Go to organdonor.gov, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
Matt always knew he wanted to be a doctor. That's why he makes the most of every day. To study before breakfast, to work hard, to do whatever was necessary to achieve his goal. He found an answer in the military. If you have a passion, a vision for your future in any field, todaysmilitary.com can be your path to a fulfilling career. You have a calling, we have an answer. Find your way at todaysmilitary.com.
You have the right to know. The right to know about culture. The right to know about the economy. The right to know about technology and to know about sports. You have the right to know about education and politics and the weather. You have the right to know what's happening abroad and in your backyard. But above all else, you have the right to know that this right is under attack, and we must work to protect it. Because in order to be free, we must be informed. Understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
0-0 the score here in the second intermission between Bowling Green Falcons and the Michigan Tech Huskies. I am Ben Koyak, joined by Joe Borenstein and John Bowers, the original broadcasters from the 1984 National Championship season. And Joe and John, it's been a blast having you guys on, but we should analyze a little bit of the game. We haven't done that as much as we probably should have. So we had a very defensively strong first period that's translated into a couple of very good opportunities for Bowling Green, more than we saw last night. So just what have you guys seen with your hockey expertise about how Bowling Green is playing?
Just more aggressive on the forecheck, as I said earlier. They are putting more pressure on Tech, just haven't gotten the puck in the net. That gets frustrating. You got a good goaltender in Pietola there, but they'll solve them eventually. They keep putting that pressure on. But in the second half of the second period, it seemed like Tech put the pressure back on Bowling Green, and that's why the shot totals climbed a little bit. It was 13-10 at one point, and now it's almost a 2-1 advantage for the Huskies again. So Falcons got to keep chipping away. The good news is nothing's gone in against the Falcons as well. So It's 20 minutes for the 3 points at this point.
Yep.
The last night we were down 5-0 at this point.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. Big difference.
Yeah.
And Coach Eigner's got to be thrilled about that. I think the Huskies are getting a little frustrated. Just watching them, and they're getting a little chippy and getting upset they haven't scored yet. Hey, use that to your advantage. The big factor so far, that 5-on-3 at the end of the first period, Falcons didn't capitalize on that.
Yep.
And that's a huge opportunity they missed.
You got to keep in mind the pressure is on Tech more than, I mean, it's on Bowling Green, but it's more on Tech because Tech's behind Bowling Green.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Definitely, if you're Bowling Green, you're okay taking it into overtime just because you're going to come away with points and then still stay ahead of Michigan Tech in the rankings. Bowling Green is tied for third with Minnesota State, St. Thomas in the 2 spot, and Bemidji State in the 1 spot. And Michigan Tech, like we mentioned, only 2 points behind Bowling Green. If they go into overtime, they'll be tied, and Bowling Green will have just a slight advantage over in goals scored. So definitely going to be an exciting rest of the game. If you guys had to choose something for Bowling Green to come out and do in the third period, maybe that they haven't done in the first, in the second, what do you think you're gonna
score a goal?
Score a goal.
The obvious answer, yes.
Yeah.
But I think the Falcons might take a few more chances offensively.
Yeah.
I think Eigner's probably setting some plays where send somebody streaking down the side, hit him with a long pass, and got to do something because Biedela has been just a brick wall, and the shots that have been on him, there haven't been as many. He's easily handled so far. There's been a couple of really good chances, you said, that Falcons had in the first period, but this is a defensive battle tonight, more so than ever. Falcons got to take a chance, I think.
Yep. Well, let's hope that we can get Joe and John a call here in the Slater Family Ice Arena. I'm Ben Korak with Joe Bornstein and John Bowers on 88.1 WBGU.
People join Walk MS to raise awareness and funds that change the world for everyone affected by multiple sclerosis. Walk MS brings communities together, creating teams with friends, loved ones, and coworkers to rally around those we care about and end MS forever. Together, we can change the world for people with MS. Register today at walkms.org.
Since the moment you were born, I've made 1,000 wishes. Wishes for your future in a world that's changing fast. Do play and laugh. Do win and lose. Do it all with confidence, kindness, and strength. And always do your best to remember that no matter what you do in this life, what matters to me is that you keep doing. Inspire kids to do at 4h.org.
Dad, guess what?
What?
You are going to be a grandfather.
That's great. Not too long ago, moments like this with my daughter would have been a challenge. It was a long road for me to find myself again after Vietnam. It was my neighbor Jim, another Vietnam veteran, who finally convinced me that I could still connect with my family and find that fulfilling life I'd lost. And I went for help down at the VA. If I can take that first step after almost 50 years, I know other veterans can too. Visit maketheconnection.net to find out more.
When someone hears the words, "You have cancer," it's one of the darkest moments in their life. Light the Night brings light to the darkness of cancer by uniting survivors, patients, and supporters in the cause to end cancer. We form a community of hope, raising funds in support of the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. The discoveries made by LLS-supported research have led to breakthrough treatments for many cancers and other serious diseases. When we walk, cancer runs. Join the movement to end cancer today. Visit us at lightthenight.org.
Back to the Slater Family Ice Arena, where the score is still tied 0-0 between Bowling Green and Michigan Tech. I'm Ben Korak, joined by Joe Bornstein and John Bowers, who have been gracious enough to join the call with us tonight, reminiscing about their 1984 National Championship call that Bowling Green is celebrating tonight. They're celebrating the team and the coaches. So guys, we haven't seen a goal yet, but it's been really fun to have you guys on the call, so I appreciate you guys coming out.
Ben, the honor has been all ours. I mean, this has been fantastic. Welcome back to BG, and the ceremony today, the reception 2 o'clock with all the players and the coaches from the '84 team, and getting to do these periods of hockey with you has been just a thrill of a lifetime for me, because last time I did hockey was 20 years ago at the 20th anniversary celebration. We got to do one period. We got to do 4 tonight.
And I'd like to say a special thank you to my evil cousin, Nick Bowers, who has graciously stepped aside 2 periods the last 2 nights. We really appreciated letting us be on the air.
He's your evil cousin. I like that.
Well, I thought it worked.
Bowers and Bowers.
We got the bookends of Bowers here. Okay. Face off to start the 3rd period. Falcons going left to right. They'll shoot it in the net. In the corner. Gatela tears it out for Tech, and they'll get it out of the zone. Cutting in. Quick shot in on net. Was blocked by the Falcon defenders. And it was Owen Orza. Who got out of the zone. Tech then just bangs it right back in. Hops into the net. More wisely covers. That took a funny hop off the glass. And you look at the face-off. First 35 seconds gone here in the 3rd period. Still no score.
We'd also like to thank Chad Fletcher and Jim Barnes, who restored those tapes of the broadcast from 1984. They really had to do a lot of work to put them back together. We greatly appreciate it.
And Carl Smith, too. I want to thank Carl. Waters battling the puck in front of his own team bench. They push it ahead and get it into the Husky end, but it'll be quickly sent right back the other way. And down the ice and behind Moore. Moore's going to stick it aside and flip it behind him and around the boards. Falcons trying to get an opportunity with Waters. And there's Santawana. Santawana to Scardina. Scardina with the puck spinning, turning. Got it knocked off his feet. And back come the Huskies again. Mosley in the corner for the Huskies, trying to find a centering feed, but the Falcons take it right away. Fed out of the zone. Here's Scardina down the right wing, cutting in, moving, got it slid off his stick a little bit. Centering feed, Santawana, no. Back to the defense it goes. Sternberg fired in net. It was steered aside. The Falcons trying to keep the pressure on. They're going to change up a little bit. The puck comes out to the neutral zone. Huskies going to go and chasing after it. But the Falcons are first on the puck behind their own goal. Out comes BG. They send it long. This will be icing it. Missed the intended man on the pass. It went all the way the length. It'll be icing against Bowling Green. And Michigan Tech will have a face-off in the attacking zone to the left of Colmore in the Falcon net.
Colmore has 24 saves on the game, no goals allowed. Pietila on the other end of the ice, 15 saves, no goals allowed. So Colmore flexing his muscles tonight, as he wasn't really able to do last night.
Blast from the point, redirected, and Bronte thought he had a chance on a deflection there. He spins around the net. Falcon defenders there to knock it free, send it down the length of the ice. This may not get, may get to icing. Let's see, it is. It just crossed the goal line. The Husky player didn't really make a strong an effort for it. I thought they were going to wave it off.
Yeah, I thought they would too, Joe.
18:02 to go in the regulation in the 3rd period. College hockey has overtime. In the ECHL where I work, it's a 7-minute overtime, then a shootout. What's the rule now for OT? Should we get there?
It's a 5-minute overtime.
5-minute, okay.
And first score to wins, so.
If it doesn't happen, you go to the shootout, right?
Yep, you go right to the shootout after the first overtime. So no 4 overtime games like we had in the national championship.
You know, that sounds fine for a regular season game.
But if you get to overtime, you can at least get 1 point. Each team gets 1 point. They fight over that 3rd point.
That second point, yes. Yep.
And they're going to call icing here.
Icing against Tech going the other way in just a matter of seconds. So teams trading icing violations, and that means that Tech cannot change the troops. But Michigan Tech has shut down the Falcons for a little over 5 periods this weekend. BG needs got 3-goal outburst in the next 5 minutes. I think it would be really nice. Just turn the tide quickly. On the face-off, the referee's going to Duran on the face-off for the Falcons, and they blew it dead. They're going to reset it. And we'll do it all again. This is to the left of Pietila. He'll try it again. And it's Michigan Tech wins the face-off and is going to clear it out of the zone fairly easily. And Bowling Green decides to send it right back in. Out top, Jack Blake is
icing waved.
It was waved. Back the other way. We got Passenden out there for the Falcons. Now we got Bevelot.
We got you guys to go, gentlemen. We'll see who it's by.
Oh, he asked for 3 goal uppers. There's the first. That puck was flipped in.
Looks like Seth Fighton, the senior.
Yep.
Fighton fought the goal in.
And the crowd erupts. That happened so quick. It was really marked up a play to develop. And the replay.
Great feed, just a centering pass right up the ice. He spiked it in there. Pietola had no chance.
Well, I guess we might get invited back now. I thought if we continue to get shut out, we'd be invited, if we were still around at the 60th.
Ozar now fighting for the puck and working with Kirsten. Back comes Bowling Green, attacking from left to right. Circling that was a tired Falcon defenseman skating off. The play continues behind that. Falcons fighting for it. That's got some life in the step now for Bowling Green. And Fighton gets the goal. Passenden, another player honored before the game, a Finnish player. And he was not dressed last night. Back come the Huskies the other way to try and get the equalizer, but Brandon Santawana was there to take it away. Bowling Green will head up the ice. Scardina racing after the puck in on Pietola, trying to keep it in. And the puck is cleared back in front of the Husky bench. And we have a whistle, and it looks like could have been offsides right there. The puck went back and forth across the blue, it looked like.
2 or 3 times there, Joe.
And the linesman blew it down for a face-off coming with 15:49 to go in the third period, and Bowling Green ahead 1-0 on the goal by Fighton. Huskies win the draw. Long lead ahead too far. This might be icing. It is right away. That's the kind of play that I was talking about that I think Bowling Green was going to try, was a long feed ahead, but that didn't connect, so the face-off comes all the way back down right of Pietola, and they're going to be making it to the left side of Pietola now. They switch it over to the other circle on the near side to our right.
I wouldn't be surprised if we try to get Ozar. He seems like he's got a little snipiness in him. Get him free one time.
He and Santa Ana seem like a similar type of player.
Yeah.
Ben, they're scrappy.
Definitely. They're some of the guys that you see on forechecks a lot.
Here's the center feed in front of the net, and Pietola has it covered up. It's right on the line. We got players wrestling, but again, the men in the striped jerseys are in there right away to prevent any further damage. Separate the players and send them back.
Just showing some love for each other.
Dancing.
I don't see any doors open yet,
no,
so that's a good sign.
That was just a little friendly get-together. Some bear hugs. 15:30 to go, third period. BG by 1-0. Falcons looking for a little insurance goal here. They'll get a 2-goal lead. They win the face-off. Centering feed, loose puck in front. It's on the doorstep, and the Falcons couldn't stuff it in, but they retained possession. Fighton's out there again. Jed Pietola has the puck, and he'll get it up the boards and out of the zone. Falcons kept it in. Oh, there's a hit away from the play that will not be called by the officials. Behind the play, interference possibly, but no call. Puck goes up into the netting, I believe. In by the Falcon net, so it'll be a face-off there.
Well, we're doing a much better job at keeping the puck in our zone. And you're not going to score keeping the puck in the other zone. I know that seems pretty obvious, but you got to keep pressure on their goaltender. And good things happen. He fell down there in that one exchange.
And John, good point, because a lot of neutral zone play last night because the Falcons just couldn't, as you said, keep it in.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of I think they got tired, all that neutralized play. Tech with the puck, working around the perimeter, trying to find an opening. Bowling Green's going to try and push it out. Waters was right on his man, but now the play goes in deep. Parker. But Tech continues to control this.
Okay, clear the zone.
And they score. Michigan Tech ties it up right away.
That'll be Evan Orr, the defenseman.
Yep. He pinched in a little bit and fed it through a screen. Moore never saw it.
No way.
Time of the goal will be 5:28 of the third period. And we're 1-1.
It was a good wrist shot from at the near wheel. Just got it off of a good pass.
Left-handed shot.
Cole Moore was looking in two different directions. Tough play.
All right, on the face-off now in a 1-1 game. Michigan Tech pushes it right back into the Falcon end. Quick shot. Moore sticks it aside. Loose puck by the net. Falcons trying to clear it out. And they will. Nope. Tech gets it right back. BG's going to be happy to flip it out to the neutral zone. And now we're out of the zone finally as bodies are hitting along the near boards in the Falcon bench area. Puck gets dumped back in by the Huskies. They want to get a change. They like the matchup they want. Unassisted goal. And Evan Orr with the goal for Michigan Tech to tie it after the fighting goal put Bowling Green up. Huskies come out of their own end into the attacking zone. Falcons going to take it right away, though. Nice work by Passinen behind his net. Passinen with some help from teammates, trying to clear it. Nope. Tech's going to keep it right in, pressuring on Moore. Shot in and made a nice little glove save. Puck is loose and behind the net. Bowling Green's got control of it. McKinley couldn't get it out of the zone. And Tech with the attacking zone, they're going to make some changes, but Bowling Green sets up the left wing. They got some numbers if they hurry. Quick shot by Duran, and it went high off the glass. In behind the goal line. They battle for the puck again. The pace has certainly picked up a little bit here. 12:44 to go in the third in a 1-1 game. Michigan Tech with the puck. Into the attacking zone, and the Falcons will start right back out. Back the other way, smashing into a big check down in the corner there. Was that Santawana with that check?
Yes, it was.
Oh, my. Little guy can throw the weight around like a 250-pounder.
He hits pretty good.
His parents told me he's a scrapper, and he's going to stick his nose in where you think he doesn't belong.
He and Ozar both kind of passed the eye test. They both hit like a truck despite being, I think, about 5'8", 5'9" apiece. They're monsters.
Tech back, centering feed. Cleared away. Wrist shot, and it tipped up over the net. And cleared out. Lob out of the zone. Tech's going to bring it right back in. The defenseman pitching in. Swings it around. Tech controlling the play here. Centering feed. Falcons are going to clear it. Oh, the body. Oh, good body.
To clear it.
Didn't. We got it out. We got offsides.
Yep, there we go.
There's the offsides call. 11:33 to go in the third.
Well, I heard from our good friend Ross Lytle. Ross
Rossi.
was a Bowling Green grad who went on to Tech, so he's got divided loyalties here during the game today. But he's out in the Seattle area and he's a big Krakens fan.
Seattle, he's in Silverdale, right across the Sound. Beautiful area. We went out for his wedding. Everett Fitzhugh, former Bowling Green broadcaster, the voice of the Kraken. I got to know him a little bit better. I knew him when he was here at BG, but I got to know better when he was in the ECHL at Cincinnati. And he became the first African-American play-by-play man in NHL history for a team when he was hired by the expansion Seattle Kraken. Falcons trying to get Just back and forth we go. This is just up and down. We got a whistle. And puck went out of play, I believe, and might have been off a Falcon stick, so it's going to be to the right of Cole Moore in the Bowling Green net with 11:08 to go in the third in a 1-1 game. Shots 29-19 in favor of the Huskies. Orr's out there again. He got the goal for Michigan Tech to tie it up just a few moments ago.
We want to thank Carl Smith, the professor of College of Students and Media, for helping us come back this weekend, and we greatly appreciate everything he did and the hospitality of everybody.
Assistant AD Dan Meyer, too, was heavily involved.
Yes.
I want to thank Dan. Great to talk with him today. Fighting across the line for the Falcons. Gets it in behind the net. He'll swing it around the boards, and Michigan Tech's is going to clear it easily back to the Bowling Green blue line. A tripping.
That was a tripping.
That was a trip, no call. He was stolen from the Falcon defenseman. He was yanked down. The blade of his stick went into the defender's skate. It was Duran was in there, and he had a break-in but missed the goal. But that was a trip that should have been called. Now a whistle, loose puck around the net. Moore clears it. He gets behind the net now. Teams battling. McKinley in there. It goes back out to the point for the Huskies. Oregon throws it into the corner. Centering feed. Bowling Green's going to flip it out of the zone. Down the ice it goes. Huskies first on it. In their own end. Bowling Green says, I'll just throw it right back in behind Pietola. And the Husky goal. Scardina's out there now with his troops. But back comes Tech, and there's a break-in. Down the left side. Quick shot. More of the save. Rebound. Loose. The net comes loose. For Michigan Tech, it was Nordstrom coming down the left wing and had a quick shot. And the ensuing play, the players crash in the net. That'll get him a whistle and the media timeout with 9:51 to go, 1-1 game.
So we will take the media timeout here. 9 minutes, 51 seconds, as you said, 1-1 game between the Huskies and the Falcons on 88.1 WBGU.
Hey, I'm Tyler Kablitz, and you are listening to 88.1 FM WBGU Bowling Green, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
Sweet strawberry icing. You're in Goodwill, and just past that vintage denim jacket, you spot miniature donut earrings. You lean in. Ah, that's the scent of shopping success. Because at Goodwill, every item you buy funds local job training and more. So bring home those donut earrings and bring home so much good to your community. Goodwill. Bring good home. Brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Standing up for what's right. Helping out when things go wrong. Seeking the truth and speaking our minds. Not just making records, but breaking them. Leading the way behind the camera, beyond the runway, and on the silver screen. Not just making our mark, but making a difference. Now that's a job for a Girl Scout. Girl Scouts, preparing girls for a lifetime of leadership.
Most of us like to be out in the sun. That's why sunscreen and other safety measures are key to protecting your skin from aging and cancer. The FDA recommends using a sunscreen with an SPF of 15 or higher. Also, look for broad spectrum on the label. That means both harmful ultraviolet A and B rays are blocked. Remember, SPF plus broad spectrum equal healthy fun in the sun. Visit www.fda.gov/sunscreen for more information. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Off to the right of Moore in the Falcon net. Falcons come away with it. Parker gets it out of the zone over the left wing. Falcons will dump it in. It's like Santawana again out there. He's flying on the forecheck, trying to keep it. The Huskies pinned in, but they'll clear the zone. Back down the left wing. Centering feed, tip, and what a save by Moore. He snatched that out of the air. Wow. Almost a tip in at the point he caught the puck.
Nick Williams had a stick in there. Looked like a little bit of a bunt situation, just trying to knock the puck down.
Well, Works and Williams are out there now for Tech. Face-off again coming to the right of Moore, just to our left here. Huskies control it. Works and Williams out high. Play catch, then throw it back in behind the Tech net, or the Bowling Green net, sorry. Wing up, slap shot from the point, tip, score! I don't know if it was tipped. It reflected off maybe a Falcon player, but Michigan Tech takes a 2-1 lead. Goal coming at the 10:44 mark of the third period.
Looked like Chase Pietola shot that from behind the far wheel here in the Slater Family Ice Arena. It looked like he was screened again by, looked to be Jack Works and Arvid Kataroff. Moore just couldn't see the puck. Unfortunate.
So the Falcons had a lead, and Tech is roared back with 2 goals here in the third. All the scoring coming tonight in the third period. Falcons now look for the equalizer. In behind the net. McKinley was battling for the puck, and they'll just send it back in. Bowling Green now on the attack, trying to center it behind, get it sent behind the net. Players battling in there. Shankula. And now they'll bring it out to center ice. Falcons control at the red line. Flipping around the puck, and it gets jumped in behind Pietola and the Tech net. And Falcons on the forecheck here, very aggressively keeping it in, trying to get a centering feed in from behind the net. Doran, looks like. Oh, it's getting nasty now. It's getting real chippy, John.
Yes, it is.
Tech with a 2-1 lead, and Bowling Green's going to race back to their end. And it's Bevilacqua to scoop it up behind his net. He'll set and wait for the line change to be made, and now he'll start out. Works got one of the assists on that goal for Michigan Tech. Huskies in on the right wing. Puck goes into the corner, comes back out to the point. Take a shot, quick shot in net. Falcons steal it. Scardina looking for a man on the left wing, but the Huskies take it right back and race up the ice. Down the left wing, and the Falcons going to be back in behind their net, into the near corner. Again, they jam at the puck in the corner. Skates trying to tie things up. So we need George Roll from the championship team, old Chisel.
Boy, he would get that puck out of there every time.
Oh, and another chance for the Huskies shot, and somebody got a piece of it and went wide. Not sure if Moore made the save or whenever a defenseman made the save on that. Either way, not a goal, and that's what's important. And the Falcons come back with Scardina. Scardina's down the left wing, wants to cut in towards the net, swoops in, and lost the handle of the puck. His defenseman played his body well, and the Huskies get it out of the zone. Nope. Falcons forechecking, keep it in. One more chance here. McKinley at the left point. Throws in player. Boy, the checking is really picked up too. And now Michigan Tech will get the puck out of the zone. But the Falcon defense is right there to steal it right away. Good job back there by Passanen. Puck is then gloved down by McKinley. McKinley, he'll retreat and go, spin around, go right back to his net and say, let's set things up here. Let's get the players who want in the right spots. Patient move by McKinley. Kirsten comes up the right wing. He gets bottled up. Throws it back in behind the net. Or is it? And McKinley again will reset things again. If first you don't succeed, try again. McKinley coming up to his own blue line, feeds it off the left side. Huskies take it right back. Back and forth we go. They're playing a heavy, like they're bringing a defenseman plus a forward back on defense for Michigan Tech. They're not going to let Bowling Green get easy chances. Very safe. They want to protect this 2-1 lead. Bowling Green looking for that opportunity to tie it up. Shot in the net. Pietola got blocked ahead of time. It comes out to center ice. Down the left wing. The Huskies have 2 Falcons all over him, and he's tired. He wants to go back. Bowling Green has it, and they'll clear the zone. This is what Tech did last night. They frustrated the Falcons. They got in the passing lanes and didn't let any easy opportunities for Bowling Green.
Yep.
Now we have a whistle. And I believe they got an offsides call.
5:05 left to go in the game. Bowling Green down 2-1. Want to say hello to my great nephew, Jackson Lee Bowers, 4 months old, listening to his first hockey game today as well. He watched his first Guardians game. He's the son of Brandon Bowers, and my brother is his grandfather, Tim Bowers, who was a class of 85 here at Bowling Green and a member of the pep band.
Falcons flip it to net. Pietola steers aside. I'm going to, on this whistle, probably a high stick violation, I think, but we'll see. I'll say my 3 daughters, Shay, Tally, and Aubrey. Girls, love you, miss you. Hope to see you soon. Daughter Talia's heading off to Germany in a few months for a year to be a nanny au pair in Hamburg after she graduates from Grand Valley. So, proud of my girls. And I want to thank the Kalamazoo Wings and the ECHL for not scheduling a home game this weekend. They're in Wheeling tonight, so I could be here.
Well, all of us at the Falcon Media Sports Network are thankful for that as well.
Last I heard, the Wings were up 1-0 in Wheeling, so let's hope that still holds. All right, on the face-off after the offsides. Bowling will control it back at their own blue line. Trying to get in the zone. Again, they got 3 black jerseys back at all times when Bowling Green starts to attack. Tech controls it in the Falcon zone. Flip shot on net. Steered aside. Bronte over there checking a couple of Falcons, and BG did get out of the zone. And they'll start up the ice. That's Emerson. Emerson can't control. Now BG's going to make wholesale changes too. Here's Waters. The crowd one shoots it on net. Blocker save to the side corner by Pietola, and goes all the way back into the BGN. Tech just content to dump it back to the BG blue line and work that clock with 3:56 to go in the game. Waters crossed the line, but they're going to whistle it down for offsides on the Falcons.
The Michigan Tech is trying to keep that puck right at center ice as much as possible. They really frustrated the Falcons last night with that play.
I want to say hi to my mom, who's back in Connecticut. She and my dad attended their only college hockey game on March 24th, 1984 in Lake Placid. They drove up from Connecticut to watch the Falcons win in 4 overtimes. Dad's been gone a while, but mom's still going, 85 years old. I'm sorry, 39 years old. That's the family joke, so I had to get that in there. My brother, Mark, and his family listening in Avon, and my sister in South Carolina, sister Sherry.
You know, any more drops on family members, they're going to check. They're going to find you.
Yeah, I know. They can come after me. I don't care.
It's okay. We can't really dock you any pay.
No?
So.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, take it out of my paycheck. That's good.
Yeah,
I like.
there you go.
Ben's thinking like a pro already.
Yeah.
Look at this.
How about that?
He knows it. 3:15 to go in the game as the neutralized play continues. Bowling Green trying to come in. Well, we're going to watch the Falcon netminder to see if Morris will come out for the extra attacker in the next minute or so. As the Falcons carried into the zone and they'll battle along the far corner boards. Bowling Green trying to pinch in with the defense, but nothing there. There's Parker, but Parker loses it, and Michigan Tech comes up, swooping in, centering feed, and Bowling Green swipes it away. Loose puck in front again, and boy, the Falcons just think they're clearing the zone. Tech is right there to keep it and dump it right back in. They're happy to dump and just play the dump and chase game and kill some clock. In behind the Bowling Green net to our left. Falcons trying to get out of the zone. They do flip it out. Nope, kept in at the point again by Michigan Tech. They'll just dump it right back. They're content to play that game. They have a 1-goal lead.
Smart hockey by Tech.
Back the other way, Bowling Green play gets dumped. We have a whistle. But the officials are just going to rule that he lost his edge. No penalty.
2:19 left. You would think bench will send some signals to Moore to let him know when he's coming out.
He might be calling timeout here.
Looks like they will go for a timeout. So, the last 2 minutes and 20 seconds, guys. Bowling Green down 1. You guys have had a lot of hockey experience. What do you think is the coaching call here going into these last 2.5 minutes?
I think the next dump in, they're going to pull more.
Yeah.
And that's what he's setting up here. And because, you know, you're down 1 here, you know, you got to go for it. And nothing really has worked. We got 1 goal so far in 6 periods.
Yeah.
You got to take a chance and get that equalizer and at least come away with a point tonight. Because if you lose, Tech moves ahead of you, right?
Yeah.
So,
unfortunately, it looks like the faceoff's going to be to the left of Moore, meaning he can't.
So
you can't do it right now.
He can't leave right away.
When
He's
BG gets the puck,
down.
PG can get the puck down. They've been bottling up. They're doing 3 and 4 defensemen really at their own blue line, not letting BG get in.
So BG has won 29 faceoffs. Michigan Tech has won 22. But this is definitely a key faceoff to win. Just like you said, trying to dump it in and chase after it and make sure you can get more out of the net quick enough.
Curson, Emerson, Goosey out there. The faceoff goes behind the Falcon net. They win it again. Quickly, Emerson sends it ahead.
And Moore's coming out.
Moore's coming out right now as soon as they got in the zone. That was what we thought would happen. Falcons with the extra attacker, 6-on-5. Battle in the far corner. Tech comes away with the puck. Up to center ice, and the Falcons will take it. That's Bevilacqua spinning at his own blue line, waiting, looking for an open opportunity. Gets to Sternberg. Sternberg will send it in. Tech is first on it, though, but the Falcons take it right away. Nifty steal by Sternberg, was pinching in there. Kirshen's out in the slot waiting for something, hoping an opportunity there as they continue to battle in the corner boards as we have 1:34 to go in the game. Or do we? Would be appropriate for this game to go to overtime. The puck went right to the crease and somehow did not go in. Tech has it, flips it out of the zone, heading towards the net. Goal. And it's 3-1 Michigan Tech with 1:18 to go.
That's always a risk when you pull the goalie, and unfortunately, Bowling Green had a great opportunity there. Right, the puck went right across the crease, and there wasn't anybody there to tip it in.
After right from center ice. As soon as he hit the red line, let it go, so he doesn't get called for icing. All right, play back on. Getting near the 1 minute mark, about 10 seconds from that. Here's Nodler. There, Duran and company send it in. Now the Falcons on the attack. Empty net again, as Moore is off for the extra attacker. One more chance for Bowling Green to get within 1 now, as they fight on the boards. And Michigan Tech is going to try and tie it up along there and kill some more clock. The clock is their friend, and that's all they're going to do. They're just going to waste time pushing it along the boards in the far corner.
37 seconds.
So nothing, the puck is not even moving. This is the old times. They just blow it dead for a whistle and a face-off, but they try to keep the puck moving here. Bowling Green trying to pop it free. Gioka back the other way. The puck comes. It's loose. On the run. Now Tech's going to probably get an easy goal here. Nope. Defensive play by Bowling Green to prevent it from happening. It's in the near left corner, but time's about to expire. We got 6 seconds left, and the players, a little frustration showing on the Falcons side. Puck comes across the line, and that's the horn. And Michigan Tech wins this one 3-1 and takes the series on a sweep. 7-0 last night and 3-1 tonight. So they'll move ahead of the Falcons in the standings. And opportunities were there. Falcons had a 1-0 lead tonight, guys, but could not hold the lead. And Michigan Tech fought back and got 3 goals in the third period.
Unfortunate 2-game sweep for the Falcons, but we'll step aside just for a quick minute. And when we come back, we'll bring you a post-game show on 88.1 WBGU.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Tom has been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. I was really starting to worry.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Back to the Slater Family Ice Arena. I'm Ben Korak, joined by Joe Bornstein and John Bowers in the booth right now. And guys, it was an unfortunate end to a very exciting weekend. Bowling Green ended up losing 3-1. The last goal, an empty netter. The game winner by Chase Pietola. So guys, if you had to choose a player of the game for either team, for Bowling Green or Michigan Tech, who do you think it's going to be tonight?
For BG, I thought Seth Fighton with a goal. Moore played well in net, and but he got the goal, so I'm going to give it to Chase, to Seth Fighton, but Chase Pietola with the game winner for the Huskies.
Well, any of the PA, you just say that name,
Pick a Pietola. Any Pietola.
Pick any of them.
Don't show it to me. Yeah.
And I'm guessing the goaltender would get the other,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
he played really well this weekend, and Moore didn't play bad.
Right.
I mean, unfortunately, a lot of, you had an open net there, so that didn't go against him. But
yep.
He had a lot of screens this weekend, a lot of blind shots that he didn't see. But
and Tech plays a very disruptive game, and that's tough to defend. And I get the email every week on the CCHA Players of the Week and the goaltender. No question, Pietola will be the goaltender of the week, allowing one goal in 6 periods.
Yep.
The Falcons will learn from this and move on, and they're heading to Northern Michigan, to Marquette,
Michigan, yep.
And that's a long haul. And they're going to have to show something against the Wildcats and bounce back from this and come away with 6 points. You can't rest on, you learn from history, you can't dwell on it.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure Coach Eigner and company will get the boys ready for next weekend. John and I have had an amazing weekend here, seeing the team from '84 and Coach York and everybody, and getting to see them, talk to them a little bit today. A little bit last night after the game, we saw Gally Ellett and a few others after the game. But the thrill for us was sharing the booth with you, Ben, and your evil cousin, John.
Well, absolutely. I was just going to say, A, thank you, and B, Falcon fans, you're very fortunate. You've got 2 very great announcers here in Ben and Nick.
And Ben's a freshman.
Yeah, he can only get better.
What did Bobby Knight say? The best thing about freshmen, they come sophomores, right?
Absolutely.
Well, he's going to be a sophomore, a junior, and a senior, so you're going to get to hear him grow, and I'll be listening to games when I can and on the internet. And we want the program here to grow. We got to talk to the students yesterday a little bit in the center and the Coolin Center, and great bunch of young guys and gals working for you guys, and I think we're going to continue to see Bowling Green broadcasting flourish and produce more guys who will go to the AHL, the NHL, and the ECHL and so forth, or maybe just do college hockey. It's a great gig. And, a big thank you to everybody at Bowling Green State University and the BG Falcon Media, and, of course, you 2 gentlemen who've welcomed us to your booth.
And
thank
if you're a student out there that'd like to get involved, I'm sure Ben or Nick would be more than glad to take you under their wings. I'm sure they do broadcasts. They broadcast several different sports here, so you don't have to be a major in the broadcasting to do that either.
John, remember after the Falcons won the championship, what did we do? We did baseball. A totally different sport to broadcast. We learned how to do a slower-paced sport where you had to be conversational and relaxed and get excited when a big hit happens or a great defensive play. Hockey's fast-paced, and baseball's more cerebral. And so you can learn everything here. And it's the best thing I ever did in my life was transfer to Bowling Green in my sophomore year. So I recommend it to anybody. You don't have to be from Avon, Connecticut to come to Bowling Green. Yeah, you can be from other places too.
Yeah.
So.
Preston, Ohio. So
Preston, Ohio.
We're going to throw it back to Ben to finish us off here.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for coming out. For myself personally, it was a blast to have you guys on, just to listen to you guys talk about 1984 and all of your experiences as Bowling Green, and especially do some broadcasting. It was really cool to hear you guys do your thing and hear the similarities from this broadcast and the rebroadcast that we're going to have tomorrow at 9 p.m. at night, and then we're going to post onto the internet after that. So look out at bgfalconmedia.com and BG_FMSN on Twitter. And again, just a personal thank you to you guys for supporting the organization. The booth is always open to you guys when you come back. Definitely, anytime you guys come back, come up to the booth. We'd be happy to have you guys on a call. So thank you for giving up your time and coming down. Like I said, tune in to 88.1 on Sunday at 9 p.m. for the rebroadcast of the original 1984 National Championship game, voiced by Joe and John. Special thanks to Falcon Media directors Steve Iwanek and Brandon Lowe, who grant us the ability to bring you these games, as well as Artie in the Cooling Center, who gave up a Saturday, I should say, to bring this game from us to you. And for all other BG sports news and updates, as I said before, go to bgfalconmedia.com or follow us on Twitter at BG_FMSN. So I am Ben Korak with Nick Bowers and alongside Joe Borenstein and John Bowers, and you are listening to 88.1 WBGU, your home for Falcon hockey for over 40 years.
This has been a presentation of the Falcon Media Sports Network on 88.1 FM WBGU.